What's up, everybody? We are back with another episode of Just Size Cool. I don't know who that is, but I'm not going to take any pressure. Welcome to the show.
Bro, did you just stop in the middle of your intro to read someone's message?
I got distracted.
Oh my god. Welcome back to Bits, Crits, and Halfwits, everybody.
It had a box around it.
That's because
Look,
Jessa's a new
welcome
member
back
of...
to
Welcome
hello.
back to
Chat.
Welcome back to ADHD. The brain does what the brain wants.
Oh my god. Jessa is a new member of my community, and they have been joining me on every stream that I have been a part of in everybody else's.
Yeah,
Got
like,
it.
Even Drew Crew, and they made so many good memes for Drew Crew.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so
And
many
PT,
good
I have a
memes.
proposal to start off stream. I
Is
think
it a meme off?
is in order.
Okay, because
Yes.
people were bringing that up in my Discord. I had no fucking idea
it
what they were
wasn't my
talking
idea,
about.
It was Isaac's idea.
Jessa is
meme
a
off.
powerful meme maker. And
True.
Coffee has been threatened as master of memes.
Ooh. Well, I guess we can have a meme off, and as your prize, you'll get absolutely nothing.
You'll get our love and adoration. You will be able to inject levity into a very dramatic episode. Let's put it that way.
You know what? I'm just gonna make a Discord role after this stream called Meme Master, and we're just gonna have a weekly best meme of the week.
Oh,
Yes.
God,
Good.
yes.
It's like employee
And well-
of the week, but memer of the week.
Yeah. And you just have you'll have like a little area where no one goes to or posts anything in, but that's where who can access
That's
it.
your spot.
Yeah. You can put whatever you want in there.
Oh,
You have a role, right? I don't think you have a Meme Master role right now, Coffee. I don't actually remember what all the roles are. I don't actually remember what all the roles are in my own Discord.
That's a fat rip.
Yeah, take that as you will. I'm very productive. Oh, you do have one called Lord of Memes.
Well,
Love and respect.
I think that's gonna have to.
Yeah, that'll have to be our intro. Bye, everyone. Anyways, welcome back to Bits, Crits, and Halfwits, episode 31, which is insane. Wait, how did we have a year anniversary? Did we miss 20 weeks of sessions?
We didn't start at the beginning of the year.
No, but we just hit our year anniversary.
Probably.
We are on episode 31.
So, remember, PT, when we started, we were actually playing every other week.
You're right.
Not every week.
You're right. Whew.
Yeah, and then I bullied the group into playing more.
You're such a bully.
And given the opportunity, Sky will do it again. Sky will bully them into even more Bits, Crits, and Halfwits if given even the slightest chance.
True.
Yeah, I feel validated, especially after what we planned for this episode. I'm just saying.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is you work with me on cool shit. Cool shit gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Lulin and Nom are both gone this session. They are doing life things.
They are. Busy little beavers, those two.
Beavers?
Oh, God.
I thought he was a
Coffee, you're in danger. Jessa already started posting memes.
Oh, God.
Damn. Already,
Literally quick.
I guess I have to keep the meme channel up on the side now.
Gonna say.
So do I. Anyways, everyone.
I've lost a monitor.
Before I get off track again, which will happen. Welcome back to Bits, Crits, and Halfwits. As always, I'm your disaster tour guide, Perfectly Techno. I'm going to introduce our players real quick, and then we'll get a fun little recap if you guys want to roll your D100s while I introduce you.
You know, fair enough.
We have the half-elf divination wizard.
Well.
Yes.
Elliot Burning Oak.
A question, not...
I just know that you're both wizards.
Oh my God!
Oh my... What kind of wizard am I?
You are a...
No, you're looking. Oh my God. I'm
Abjuration wizard.
so offended.
I didn't actually look. I didn't actually look because I
one higher than me.
The only reason I remembered that you were an abjuration wizard is because I remembered what we made the big bad immune to.
I looked it up recently because I had to make a dossier to do commissions. So that's why I know what everybody is. Yeah, I had to make a dossier about all of you all.
Oh my god, whoa.
And
what secrets are in there?
and
it's got interpersonal character information, all sorts of shit.
It's okay, I know that.
God.
It's okay. I know this next one. And our wild magic barbarian.
It's me.
Noozin.
Noozin Stormhorn. Oh wait, no. It's me, the Sky Tea.
No.
Yes.
Playing a cow.
Speaking of the roles that I hope get better this session, how about you give us our recap, Noozin?
I can't believe you got one more than me on a D100.
Okay, Jessica, that meme's just mean.
Wait. Now I gotta look.
So good.
Hang on, this shit deserves to be seen by everyone.
What I love
No.
is that it's a self-fulfilling meme.
It is.
God damn it. Just give me the recap.
So, last time on Bits, Crits, and Halfwits, we were at Xod's office. He left us alone. Me and Lulin was helping heal me up after my fight with Ironhoof. And while we were, or after he helped heal me up, Noozin decided to take a nap, to try and recover a bit more, because I was still pretty fucked up. And the rest of the group, while Lulin was distracted, decided to cause problems on purpose. Or I should say, Nom tried to learn. I think Nom and Elliot specifically decided to cause problems on purpose, and then looped Lyra into it as well. So,
Lyra was down. She was like, yeah, let's steal some stuff.
Yep. After attempting to break into the office and failing, they dispelled the magic on the door and got in. And Lyra, in an incredible feat of stealth, snuck by everybody else into this office like an icon. Where they found the contract that Nom was made to sign. Lyra added it to her magical book of everything. And then they continued to look around because Nom really wanted to steal things. While they were in there, our little friend showed back up. I've already forgotten his name, but a kobold friend. And they all had to hide. He showed them that there was, they hid in Rope Trick, saw that there was a secret safe behind a painting, went to go try and break into it, and immediately got hit with a sleep spell. Then
to be fair, only Lyra got hit with the sleep spell.
Well, yeah. Look, I was just gonna let it be open-ended, but yes, Lyra got knocked out.
I'm honest, you know?
So, we cut to...
Lowest HP?
Imagine being an abjuration wizard. Jeez.
Right?
So then we cut to Noozin's dream while she was sleeping, where she ended up playing confusing card games with the kobolds, and then Mazebreaker showed up, and then Lyra also showed up, and in which Mazebreaker revealed to Noozin that if a locksmith is parted from their magical weapon across, like, a plane of existence, their connection is severed, and the weapon can move on to the next locksmith.
Which was news for Noozin.
Was... So, yes, we woke up, Noozin immediately looked at the two smartest people in the room and asked if the bag of holding counted as another dimension, to which Elliot and Lyra immediately started to debate whether it was or was not. So we tried to pull Velkin, my sentient axe, out of the bag, and it came out as a normal ass axe. And that's when we realized that Velkin was fucking gone. So, Noozin crawled into the fucking bag of holding, met a psychotic god of lost items, was told that the god had witnessed Velkin angrily cutting a hole in the plane and going elsewhere to a place that he thought he described as being red with blood and many lost things, to which Noozin decided that meant the red pits. So she crawled out of the bag, told everybody that Velkin was gone, had a fucking mental breakdown, and then they had to go to a party. So we went to a party with even more, well, specifically, I guess I should say a gala that was being held in Nam's honor. Had even more hijinks. Elliot traded his coat to the kobolds, who claimed to be coat check, but definitely weren't. There was a period of time where we thought where the group thought Elliot was dying because they were doing medicine checks on him for no reason and
failing them.
Yeah, and failing them. So nobody knew what it meant, like what a half elf's like heart rate was supposed to be. It was something, and Noozin took the chaos to try and sneak off, and ended up heading outside, but both Nam and Lyra caught her. So Nam handed her a dagger, which he had snuck in, and Lyra ended up following her outside, very stealthily until she walked out the door, and Noozin caught her, and lied and said that she just wanted some fresh air, and then told Lyra to go back inside, just in case something actually happened to Elliot, because, you know, everyone was talking about how he was dying. And then, once Lyra headed back inside, Noozin headed off to try and go solve the issue that she had caused. And I need to not have the meme channel open off to the left. But as she was heading out, ended up actually getting caught by a surprise elven soldier attack and was immediately put to sleep and taken. Cutting back to the rest of the group, everyone was headed outside, realized that Noozin was gone. Lyra told them that she was outside, went outside to look for her, and realized that Noozin wasn't there. Xod interrupted Nam and pulled him off to have a drink, where Xod attempted to knock Nam out with incredibly strong alcohol and then accused him of stealing.
Gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
Exactly, gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
D&D's a horrible place.
And caused a huge commotion. So the rest of the party went to intervene after Elliot said that Noozin was not the priority because she wasn't a locksmith right now, and that they would catch up to her later if she had wandered off. And so then they went to help Nam. There were a bunch of guards, and we left off with everyone agreeing to calm down rather than get in a big fight, and deciding to have a conversation with Xod later. The end.
And then Xod sent them all back to the house.
Yeah.
Didn't actually happen last time, but it's where we're going.
Under supervision.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so anyways, things aren't looking good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Noozin.
Mm-hmm.
You slowly start to wake up. As you kind of slowly start to come awake, you see that you're surrounded by this gloomy yellow light, and you seem to be in a cell. It's very small, cramped. You couldn't stand fully up in it even if you wanted to. There are rusty iron bars laced across the front wall, and they seem to be pressed into just this super hard red packed dirt. Off to across from you and off to either side, you can see more cells and you can hear more prisoners, and you can faintly smell a mixture, just this horrid mixture of sulfur and copper in the air.
Waking up, I'd probably be pretty disoriented. And the last thing I was doing was making a mad break for it. So my first instinct would probably be to kind of quickly with like the adrenaline that kind of got cut short, backed myself up against the like concrete wall as I'm like kind of gaining my bearings. Look down, still in a fucking dress, like fuck.
Your dagger is notably missing, as well as your pack and supplies.
I would have not. I don't think I would have had anything with me.
True, you only had the dagger.
Yeah.
But the dagger is missing.
Yeah. Double fuck. So after kind of like rubbing her eyes and trying to get her bearings, she'd sort of look around and see like what is in the cells next to her. I'm assuming is it bars on all sides? Can I like see through to other cells, or is it
So the cell that you are currently in, you are in a single person cell and there are bars on the front. You can't see the cell directly to either side of you, but you can see the 3 cells across, or at least the bars. It seems like the back parts of these cells are kind of like cloaked in darkness because the light source is further down the hall. So
okay.
one of them you can see a small kobold just literally holding what looks to be a bone and just trying to chip away at the rock at the base of the bars. The cell to the far right appears to be empty, and the cell across from you cannot see anyone in, but you can hear the sounds of somebody breathing in it.
Okay. Is there anything in the cell with me, like, or is it just
there is not. It is just hard packed dirt.
Yeah, and you said it was too small for me, so it's like it's made for like an actual human,
or designed to intentionally be uncomfortable.
That's fair.
But yes, you can't really fully stand up or lay down in the cell.
Got it.
So the best you could do is sit.
Yeah, I will probably like with my back up against the wall, like slide up as high as I can and move forward to kind of see if I can see anything else down the hallway and maybe give the bars a test strength-wise.
So when you grab the bar, so when you're looking out into the hallway, since you can't really fit your head between the bars, horns.
Yeah, definitely not.
You can't really get much more of a view, although you can see that the torch in the hallway seems to be at the end of whatever hallway you're currently in.
Okay.
And it seems to be the only light source. As you give the bars a test pull, as you pull on them, you watch magical runes light up on both sets of bars that your hands are on.
But nothing happens?
No, they don't bend or anything. They don't have any give to them.
Oh, so like they're magically reinforced.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
So yeah, after like pulling hard on them for a minute, I probably just kind of throw my hands down and then sit back down on the floor and kind of just like, I wonder what elven prison this is.
As you sit on the floor and say that, the kobold looks up from across from you and goes, "Bad one." And just goes back to chipping away at the rock at the base of the bars.
I just look over since they actually spoke to me and say, any idea where?
The kobold looks up again and says, Knoll territory. And from the shadows across from you, you just hear a voice say, both of you shut up.
I kind of glare at the shadows and just say, look, buddy, I need information, and I don't need your bullshit.
If you talk too much, they're gonna wipe us all. So shut up. And you see, like, as this figure's eye, as you're, like, zoning in on where the voice is coming from in the cell, you can see a decently large figure huddled in the back, and it seems like they open one eye to look at you as you see a yellow, almost wolf-like eye staring at you out of the darkness.
Look, man, I don't even know what that means, but I need to know what's happening here so I can try and get out of here.
There is no getting out. Not from the inside. Not unless you win.
Man, you know, I'm really tired of people who talk in obtuse, weird statements. Can you just talk plainly, or are we, you know, should I just start ignoring what you're saying?
You're in the fucking pits, Noozin.
With that, I look shocked. Do I know you?
The figure says, well, that would explain why none of you ever came for me. And the figure leans forward, and you realize this is Elrond. He has a much scragglier beard, and he looks a lot older, and there are scars all over his face. But this is the Elrond you knew.
Wait. Elrond?
Noozin.
How did you end up here?
Well, I sacrificed myself for my friends, and they never came back for me.
We have been looking for you, Elrond. We hadn't been able to find any trace of you.
Hey, it's a crit official. Thanks for the raid. Welcome, raiders. He kind of stops and he looks at you. And he just kind of puts his hands together, rests his chin on them. He goes, "Did you try?"
We try? I think we did.
Yeah.
Was that in character or out of character?
That was out of character.
Okay. I needed to be sure. Because if you said that in character, holy fuck.
No, I'm genuinely trying to remember. I'm pretty sure we did, because I'm pretty sure it was a high priority for Elliot.
Yeah, we definitely talked about it. I
think that that was one of the things that we had, like, reconnaissance being gathered about. That was why like we got the information about the kobolds being held when we first did the time skip.
Yeah.
So
we were looking for with that reconnaissance we were looking
You're
for
right. But
Lyra's
either
mom
way,
and dad
he doesn't know that.
Well, true. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if Noozin knows, but Elliot, that's one of the people on the sending list of the people that Elliot's been trying to get into contact with, or just presumed dead.
Yeah, I don't think Noozin would know that, at least the sending list, but she'd just look back at him and say, "We absolutely looked for you, Elrond. After everything that happened, we spent a lot of time and energy trying to find everybody that we got separated from, the kobolds, you, after Stipvale."
After Stipvale what?
After Stipvale was destroyed, we spent an exceptional amount of time trying to gathering all of the survivors and traveling with them to try and keep them safe.
You let my city fall.
We didn't let anything fall.
He kind of just looks down. And then he looks back at you and he kind of scoffs and he goes, typical Minotaur, and just leans back into the shadows.
What the fuck does that mean? What is wrong with you?
Have you slept yet?
I mean, I just woke up, so I don't know if that counts, but no.
When he says that, the kobold looks up and, like, looks around, and then sticks his head out between the bars, and then scurries into the back corner of his cage, as you hear a door open down the hall. Well, enjoy your nap. They're made to torture you, too. And as the sound of footsteps comes down the hall, you find yourself getting more and more tired. Are you trying to stay on your feet?
Well, I was sitting on the floor, but...
Are you trying to, like, stay awake?
Yeah, I would try to resist it.
Okay, give me a con save.
Okay. Oh. That was a natural 19 for a 24.
Damn, that's a good roll.
Yeah.
You manage to keep your eyes awake as a figure walks down the hallway and turns and looks at you, and you realize this figure is human. And he just looks at you and goes, oh no, we can't be having that. And he casts another sleep spell on you. And this one knocks you unconscious.
I'm probably just like it. When someone walked up, I probably would have tried to like move forward to try and make a grab, but then fallen forward when he cast the proper sleep spell.
Noozin don't jiggle. It folds.
No. Yeah.
Why did that pop into my head? Anyways, Lyra and Elliot, you have been escorted home.
Elliot's gonna immediately get Garou out of the chest, and his staff. All right. Go on.
Lyra looks pretty, like, uncomfortable, and she's gonna kind of say to the group in general, you guys, Noozin's still out there, and now we're stuck in here for who knows how long. She's gonna get more than a head start on us.
We can use magic to catch up. I remember some dashing spells I might be able to figure out.
I think we should go. Like, we've blown our cover here. What's the use of staying now?
We still need that information. We don't know how to make the locks.
But Noozin could be in danger.
How? Like,
what do you mean,
the
how?
city is... It's obviously Xod wants us for something. So Noozin's going to be put into prison or held somewhere. He's not going to want to hurt her. It's clear that so long as she doesn't attack anybody, she's not going to get hurt in this city. Because that's how the delegations are enforced.
What if she got out of the city?
Well, surely it would... out of character, how long would it take someone to get, like, fully out of the city? Like, how big is this city?
Not big. Couple hours to walk from end to end. Like, if you were walking at, like, a good pace, you could cross this city in, like, 4 hours.
Noozin's quite tall, so she'd have a pretty long gait.
World-sized.
Dungeon Doggo, what are you growling at?
I mean, I guess, but, like, what's... She clearly won't listen to us. And quite frankly, she's an amazing warrior. Like, she isn't gonna be in that much danger.
So you don't want to go get her?
I don't think we have an option.
Hmm.
How it promise me this, that just in the morning, after we have that talk with Xod, we can leave after that. But right now, we have to know how to make these locks, or the entire plane is at risk, not just our friend.
I know that's important. I know it's important. It just feels wrong.
A good leader can put aside their emotions and follow the logic. We have to help the group, not individuals. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. As Elliot will sort of head out of the room.
Lyra's going to, like, at first, I assume we have rooms here.
You do.
Yeah, Lyra's gonna, like, at first head to her room and then sort of, like, sit on the bed and just kind of be, like, wringing her hands almost. And then she stands up, takes her ribbon out of her hair, and she puts a thought into it. And this thought sort of has, like, first of all, it has the emotions of, like, her love for all of her friends, including Elliot. And then it has the words of, I'm also not a locksmith. I think that you three can do this without me, and I'm gonna go get Noozin back. And she's gonna set that on her pillow and follow Noozin.
All right. Elliot, check Discord real quick.
Yeah.
Lyra, you head out into the city. You set that down. Actually, Elliot, give me a perception check to see if you realize that Lyra's waking up. Or is leaving.
Sounds like a plan. Skill perception.
Septify. Let's see it.
This is gonna be a nat 20. It was not.
Okay, at least
Nope.
it's not that, but it's high.
Yeah.
Roll me a stealth check, Lyra.
Yeah.
At advantage
God.
because Elliot's asleep.
Oof.
Nope. So Elliot, you hear something. You hear a door close.
Elliot's just gonna go back to sleep.
Alrighty. Alright, so
he doesn't believe that
Yeah,
Lyra
maybe
would
I
head
gotta
out
pee.
on her own.
You don't know.
So Lyra, you head out into the city. Where are you starting your search?
Okay, so I know that she left from the or like wherever the party was. So I'm gonna start there and see if I can find any trace. And I think I'm also going to be casting detect thoughts on the people. Well, no, actually, well, first I'm going to be asking, have you seen Minotaur
Uh,
about this high?
it is very late at night, so the streets are almost empty.
Okay.
But
Okay,
the
then I'll
couple
just go
people
back
you
to the-
asked kind of gestured down in the direction that Noozin walked off.
Okay. Then I'll follow those directions.
Alrighty. As you enter onto like a street crossing and you kind of trying to figure out where to go, roll me a perception check.
Okay. Oof.
So even though it wasn't that great, you still managed to catch a glint of something in one of the gutters on the side of the street.
Okay, I'll go and pick that up.
When you pick it up, you realize that what you are holding is one of Nom's knives.
Uh-oh, that can't be good. Okay.
From behind you, you hear Elliot's voice.
No. Lyra, wait up!
Oh, I'll turn. Elliot? Turn around.
Who else would it be?
Oh, I don't know. I just look. Did you? Well, I left a note for you, or a memory, but I'm gonna go find new.
I think I saw her over down this alley.
Really?
Yeah. Come with me.
I've been asking her. Wait, you've been out tonight too?
Yeah, well, as soon as I saw you had left, I went out to search too.
Okay.
Anyways, come over here. I think she's down here. I saw just a glimpse of her horns.
Really? Then she'll kind of walk over, but a little suspicious. It's kind of weird.
Alrighty. So you guys walk into this alley.
Is there any sign of Noozin here?
There is not.
Can I do some sort of insight on?
You can do an insight check on Elliot.
Oh, whoops! Sorry, I rolled with advantage. I'll roll again.
That's fine. I'll give you the 19.
Oh,
what question are you asking him to see if he's Elliot?
Ooh. I'm going to say. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna show. Or wait, the question. Quick point of order. Did Elliot see, Nom hand Noozin a dagger, or was that out of range of sight?
I think that was out of range of sight because he was getting checked on by Lulin at the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna say. Yeah, we really need to find Noozin and Velkin. You know, they're important. And I'm sure they're together.
Yes, losing Velkin would be a great loss.
Ooh, okay. Lyra is going to. Oh, geez, what is she gonna do? I think she's just gonna straight up attack this person. We're gonna do Tasha's mind.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Elliot, I sent you a message.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have to make an intelligence saving throw.
Or counterspell.
Ooh, counterspell.
So,
Oh my
Lyra,
God.
you kind of reel back and cast this spell, and you just watch as this Elliot turns around and just waves his hand and counterspells it.
Who are you?
It did warn me that you were smart.
Who are you?
I don't think that's important anymore.
Where's Noozin?
Well, I don't think that you'll have that question for much longer. Why don't I show you?
Is he attacking me or?
You see, that's the question. As I wait for the tippity tap on the Discord.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw chat. That's good.
Yeah.
Yes, Elliot thinks you're a smart girl. Slay.
Elliot- You're gonna watch as this image representing Elliot reaches down to his waist, grabs a bag, and pulls out just a very small powder and blows it in your general direction. He's casting sleep.
Can I counterspell it?
You can counterspell his sleep.
Excuse me?
You can counterspell the counterspell, but it's gonna cause a wild magic surge.
Let's do it. Counterspell the counterspell.
Yeah, alrighty.
This is a wizard fight.
I said sleep.
Can I counterspell the counterspell?
No,
you
because you
used
can
your
only
reaction.
counterspell his reaction.
Ah, damn.
Roll me a D100, one of you.
It's me. Or actually,
you're doing it?
I feel like Lyra's... No, you do it, because...
Yeah, because I'm the only real person here. Come on.
Hey!
Real person. Imagine being a fake person.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. This is gonna get wild, actually. As the counterspells collide and the magic begins to pop off, it casts fog clouds centered between the two of you.
Oh.
Ooh. Lyra's gonna try to get out of there. Like, run away.
Smoke bomb.
Wait, does the sleep not happen then?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, that's... Oh. The sleep doesn't happen. Ooh. Yeah, I guess I want to try to get away stealthily. Her.
Yeah. Lyra, as you turn to run away, you run into something tall and made of metal.
Ooh. She's gonna and who is this? What is this? A person?
You are standing in front. When you turn around and run forward, when you like back up and look up, you realize that what you are looking at is an 11-foot tall warforged.
Do they look like they're gonna attack me?
Oh yeah.
Okay, then I wanna disengage and continue running.
Okay.
If
I gotta roll. What's your AC?
My AC is 14.
Nice.
Nice. Love to see it. Love to see it.
I love to see a good fight.
So as you're running away, something whistles past you and wraps itself around a post further down the alley, and then you feel one wrap around your arms and your torso as you go down.
Okay. I want to... So I'm down now, but am I still in the fog cloud, or did I manage to
You managed to get out of the fog cloud. You're in the street.
Is there like am I in the middle of the street, or am I near a house?
You're pretty much right outside the alley, but most of the street around you is shops that are closed.
Okay, I want to cast Levitate on myself.
Does that require the use of your hands?
Oh, yes it does. It has... Or wait, what is... S is somatic, which is hands, right?
Yep.
Okay, then yes, it does. Okay. Oof. Okay, I don't think there's much without my hands.
Alright.
The Elliot is gonna walk up and go, "Didn't you know? Defectors never get away." And then he's gonna pull out a dagger and try to knock her out with it. Like, whack her with the hilt.
Are you cool just saying you get knocked out, Lyra? Do you have any other play you want to make?
Otherwise it would have just been...
Damage? Otherwise you would have just gotten your...
You would have had to, like, hit me a bunch of times, though, because I have, like, an arcane ward, and...
That's true.
Yeah.
Arcane ward, damn it! Hit us again. Shield, damn it!
Yeah, like, to use all my shields. Yeah, we could say Lyra's, like, fighting, so we don't have to, like, go through it. Yeah.
She's just inchworming away.
Yeah.
Just... Alright. Lyra, you are knocked unconscious. And as you're, like, fading out, you can feel yourself be lifted up and shoved into a bag by the Warforged.
Into the rucksack with you.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Good old-fashioned kidnappings just use black bags still.
True.
Alright. Cutting back to Noozin. Noozin, you wake up, and, well, you don't really feel yourself fall asleep, so to speak. But suddenly, you are in a very different place. And you are running with a group of minotaurs behind you through this dense foliage. And as you break through the foliage, you see the minotaurs and the elves in a full-blown combat in front of the world tree. Roll me a wisdom save.
Real good at those, guys. 13. You know, that's not the worst I could have done.
It's not. It's pretty good, actually. Alrighty. So you kind of have like half a moment of something isn't right here. You know what I mean? Like that just gut feeling that something's wrong. And then that entire thought is whisked out of your mind as you feel a hand grab your shoulder and Ironhoof goes, "Commander, we need to get in the fight."
I kind of look over at Ironhoof, and then I sort of like do a quick sweep over the other minotaurs that are around me.
Lulin and most of the rest of your forces from when you were still in the Minotaur military are waiting behind you eagerly.
Well, don't just stand there then. There's a platoon of elves right there. We have to stop them before they make it to the world tree. And I pull my axe off my back and let out like a bellow.
As you let out a war cry, the minotaurs behind you do the same as you charge into battle. And as you crash into the elven flank, you just begin sending elves in every direction. You are tearing through them. And then you're tearing through the elves, and then suddenly you aren't. And there's a shield wall in front of you, and you realize that the ranks that you tore through have closed behind you, trapping you and your squad in the middle of this battlefield as an island in a sea of enemies. What are you doing?
I'll probably yell out, "Keep your backs together! We'll have to force our way out in one direction." And I kind of survey for, like, someone that looks like the weakest link.
As you survey the elves around you, you notice that one of them has a sword wound in his side already. And his spear and his shield are shaking as he tries to hold them.
I would probably lower my torso a little bit because I'm gonna do a hammering horns to try and shove him, and I would use the elbow that I like move backwards to tap Lulin, who is almost always like near me, and give like a subtle indication as to who I'm like seeing, so he knows what direction to go in.
As you give the indicator of direction, Lulin nods, passes it on to the rest of the Minotaurs, and they almost I gotta go out of character to explain what this looks like. Has anybody ever watched rugby? You know what the squash looks like in rugby?
Nope.
Yeah.
It's just when all the rugby guys stack up on each other and like push through. That's exactly what these Minotaurs look like, using Noozin as the head of this battering ram to try and break free. You look at this guy, Noozin, and he looks back at you, and you start to charge, and he just realizes he has nowhere to go, and you see he moves his lips in what looks like something like a prayer before you just run your horn straight through his shield and straight through him.
I aggressively, like, when I feel my horns, like, press in, I whip my head up aggressively, throwing him, like, up and off, splattering the blood over his comrades, and just turn, like, as I am out of the circle, turn and swing my axe towards the next closest one.
So you just begin ripping a bloody just path through these elves. Give me a survival check. I feel like that's the appropriate thing to roll here to see if you're actually going the right direction, because battles are chaotic as hell.
Yeah. 11. This seems in character for me.
So, unbeknownst to you, you are going deeper into the elven lines.
Mm-hmm.
And
I am blinded by the bloodlust.
And as you break out of the elves, you find yourself standing atop a small hill where you can turn and look over the fight that's going on. Like, you're on a tall enough you've come out on a tall enough hill that you both have high ground, which you would strategically know is a safe position to stop in.
Yes.
And you'd be able to see the rest of the battlefield. You would also notice that about 2/3 of your squad are no longer behind you.
Can I see what happened to them?
You can't see what happened to them, but it's pretty safe to assume that they were either cut off or pulled down while you were pushing through.
Got it. Who do I still have with? Is Lulin still with me?
You have Lulin, Ironhoof, and 2 other Minotaurs with you.
Okay. I assume from on top of the hill I can see where the world tree is.
You can.
Okay. Well, I would indicate, I'd probably look back at them and say, our group is strong. They'll be okay. We need to head for the world tree.
As you say that, you hear just a dull boom in the distance. Are you turning around to see what's going on, looking back from your guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
When you turn back around, you see a ball of what looks to be yellow magic fly from behind the elven lines over your head and slam into the world tree. As it does, there is a pulse of magic, and you watch as the people on the battlefield below you begin to slow down and stop.
Probably look at the group and just, I think. I don't think we'd have anything that I know can resist magic. I'd probably just say, try to get out of the way, or like, run, basically. Push people towards cover, basically.
So you turn and you push them towards the other side of this hill.
Mm-hmm.
And as you, Ironhoof, Lulin, and one of the other Minotaurs manage to get down the hill, and as the last Minotaur is running to catch up with you, you watch this wave hit him as his arms outstretched and he entirely turns to stone. He then proceeds to fall over and shatter.
Kind of grimace and have to and keep running.
As
just attempting to try and find somewhere that we can try and get out of the way.
Yeah, well, the wave has passed over you at this point.
Oh, I see. It was above us.
Yeah, you ducked down behind the hill. He was still on top of the hill when it hit.
Got it.
Cool. My bad if I didn't describe that well enough.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, so this wave has passed you, and you're watching as it hits the elven army behind you. And it seems to get weaker the longer it goes on, because by the time it reaches the back of the elven armies, it is no longer turning people to stone.
So after it's passed, then I want to move back up to the top of the hill and see, like, what has happened to the fight that I was looking at before.
The battle that was raging below you has stopped entirely. Everything on the ground has been turned to stone. The grass, the people, their armor, their weapons, the blood that was spewing from some of them. The entire battlefield looks like a mausoleum, like a graveyard. And there is no noise coming off it. No birds, no sound. You can't even hear the wind rustling through grass and leaves. This entire battlefield has gone completely silent. Except for the elves marching in behind you.
Okay. She kind of look around and look at the few that she's got left and say, if we make it into the woods, the base around the World Tree, we might be able to get the drop on the elves moving in. I don't know what they just did.
Before you can start approaching the trees, a wall of fire appears in front of you, between you and the trees. As you see an elf walk in, though he doesn't quite look like a standard elf. His ears are a little bit more rounded than you expect from most of the elves. And you can see one of his arms is full of tattooed tallies. And he's holding his magical book as he approaches, and he says, well, well, well. I see you tried to trick us into destroying our army. Luckily enough for you, you're not very good at magic. Otherwise, you would have been caught in that same trap.
And Noozin, on either side of this elf that is walking towards you, you see spreading out around the hill you're on. At the base of the hill is cavalry, but closer to you there are foot soldiers with pikes bristling out from behind this elf.
You know, I'll give you one thing, elf. You're pretty brave to approach me. And I kind of lower my horns, wielding my family great axe.
Yeah, the charges are pretty predictable, don't you think? As he casts out from seemingly nowhere, an owl flies down and burns this dark green acid over a couple of the minotaurs behind you.
So you hear Lulin, Ironhoof, and this other minotaur yell as this acid spills over them. And Ironhoof or Lulin manages to get a shield up to cover him and Ironhoof as the last minotaur, as this owl streaks down, screeches, and sprays this acid, just falls to the ground dead. As you're watching, another tally mark draws itself on this elf's arm.
I turn from the chaos and glare, and I just say, "You're going to regret that," and charge forward with my axe.
As she charges, Elliot's going to jump maybe 20 feet in the air as he casts Featherfall on the way down, as Noozin just glides underneath.
Noozin, you charge past, and once the elf moves out of the way, you just run into a wall of spearmen. And you feel several of these spears dig into you as you charge past.
I am full of rage as I hit that wall.
Charging is all too predictable, as the elf is now facing you with his back to the other minotaurs.
he has his back to them, Ironhoof is going to stand up, let out a war cry, and charge at him. And what are you doing to him?
What's
this
Elliot
elf
to
doing to
Ironhoof?
him? Yep.
He's gonna just cast Ooh.
I know, I gave you so many toys to play with.
You really did. As he's charging, the ground in front of him is just gonna open up into a pit.
You just watch as Ironhoof charges forward, and the ground beneath him splits like a mouth and swallows him.
I just holler out, "Iron!" As he gets swallowed by the ground.
As you yell out iron and you are temporarily distracted, you feel ropes being thrown over you.
I would
yes.
resist.
You start throwing dudes around and they're trying to get these ropes on you.
Oh and, yeah, I'm swinging with axe. I'm goring wherever I can.
And as this is happening, you watch Lulin rise to his feet behind this elf and begin walking towards him. Just as he walks, ever so slightly, just clenching on the hammer until his knuckles are white.
I try and make myself a spectacle to keep his attention.
And he seems focused on you. Up until...
Come on. I thought you had more dignity than that.
He seems entirely focused on you fighting, Noozin. Until Lulin lifts up the lifts up the hammer behind him, and you watch this elf whip around and cast a spell.
He puts his hand out onto Lulin's chest plate, and you watch as it starts to glow. First yellow, then brighter, a little bit of orange, and then white hot. As all of Lulin's armor starts to smoke.
And you hear Lulin begin to scream. And he falls to one knee, and then both. And then as this elf stands there, hand outspread pointed at him, with this white-hot burning armor all over Lulin, and smoke coming off of him as he falls, he falls on his chest and goes silent.
I would, be fully rage blind at that point. The surge, I would just surge forward. I don't think anything could stop me from, just throwing my entire weight at this elf. As I and it's it's rage, it's tears. I am shocked, and all I can think about is killing this guy.
As you race forward, you feel the ropes that are holding you begin to break and snap. And right as you get to the point where you're about to hit this elf, he just dimension doors out of the way. It is now standing behind you as you are back in the middle of this circle, but you are standing over Lulin's body.
It's heavy breathing. I just drop down, and everything in me wants to touch him, but I can still see the molten armor. And it's just, she has tears streaming down her face, but it is sheer rage, and she just turns and looks at him and says, "If it is the last thing I do, I will kill you. I will make you suffer. You will hope for the day, pray, wish that you could change time. You will live to regret this. I swear it. I swear it on the Stormhorn name."
Yes. But, you see, the unfortunate thing for you is, you won't get the chance. Because now, as the commander of this little platoon, you're going to be taken to a deep, dark cell and be used for information that is going to hurt only your friends. As the elf turns around and sort of looks to the elven army and goes, "Looks like we're having barbecue tonight for dinner," as he just walks away.
How are you reacting to that, Noozin? This guy did?
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Just thinking.
Yeah. I feel like she would lash out again. I'm trying to think.
You can lash out if you want to.
Yeah, probably. Like when his back is turned, just again throw her whole body into it. Like it's not even like really an attack, it's more of a grapple to like just crush him basically.
So you sprint forward, and as you are about to wrap your arms around this elf and just crush him to death, you snap awake, breathing heavily. Still in the pits. Still in the cell.
I'm breathing heavily. I assume there's like real tears streaming down my face still. So but I just like I sit up and I'm just like, oh, fuck. It was just a dream. It was just a dream. And I lean my back against like the cool back of the cave or the cell cave that I'm in and just lean my head back and look at the ceiling and like try and get control over all these like emotions that I'm having and just like murmuring to myself that it's just a dream. It was just a dream.
That's what they want you to think. It won't last. You won't hold on to that sentiment for long. You hear from the cell across from you.
I think that's what they want you to think. Noozin kind of like responds breathily as she's still like heavy breathing from everything that she just experienced. As long as I know that it's just a dream, I know the difference. I know I am here. I am in the pits. And when it comes down to it, I'll fight my way out.
The figure across from you leans forward, and you realize that this figure is a charred version of Lulin and says, "But how do you know when the dream ends?" And then you actually wake up.
This time I'm like so startled by it. I think I would actually like hurt myself throwing my head back because like the adrenaline that I get from that experience would just like I'd be like dazed for a minute and then just look around. Okay. I have to do something so that I can tell that this is reality. Like, I probably wouldn't say it out loud. I'd probably think it, but I think Noozin would take. So it's walls on 3 sides, bars in the front. Yes.
Yep.
Noozin's going to use her horns to scratch like somewhere in the back where there's not a lot of light so that the jailers wouldn't notice it. She would probably use one of her horns to scratch like a really simple version of her tree coin that she usually wears on her cape. The world tree coin that Velkin gave to her when he was still
With
a
her.
person and not
When he was still a person and not just a tool.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he was always a tool.
Yeah. But so, just scratches it into the wall and kind of like touches it and memorizes where it is and just thinks, okay, if this isn't here, then it's a dream. If it is here, it's real. And she just kind of sits down away from it as to not like draw attention to it, and just kind of leans her head back against the wall and stares at the ceiling and is just like working on. I feel like one of the things that Lulin would have taught her in her training is like controlled breathing. So she would probably just think about everything that he taught her about controlling her emotions and control her breath and just try and focus and really focus on this sentiment of remembering that it is not what she's seeing isn't real.
From across the cell, you just hear a very tired, "That's not going to work."
I just ignore it this time. I don't want to give them, if it isn't real, I don't want to give them anything to work off of.
As
Just be like,
you're sitting there breathing,
mm-hmm.
You hear the door open down the hallway, and one of the cells closer to the door is opened up. And you hear a thud inside as the door closes. Lyra.
Oh.
You wake up in your bed at a pood.
Oh.
You
what's the state of my memory?
roll me a wisdom save.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Okay. Go there. Wisdom save. Wisdom? That's the wisdom save.
Let's see the wisdom wizard.
Oh, no. Wait, that's ability check. Oh god, the wisdom is not that high. The wizards are an intelligence-based class. We'll see.
That's a 20.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So you still have all your memories from before, and you cannot figure out why you are in a pood.
Okay. What? And I guess she's gonna stand up, look around her room for like clues about why she's here. This. So you said this is her like dorm room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She's looking for like through her stuff to see what's going on.
So as you look around your room, Lyra, you see a packed like adventuring pack. Like this thing is packed and brand new. You also see a note on your desk from Elliot confirming that he was ready to leave tonight as soon as he got back.
Huh. This is just like before. It's just like before. And she's going to look outside, check the time. Is it like about time to meet?
It is. It's about time to meet, and you remember that you were going to meet him at the river at the base of the academy's kind of hill.
Yeah, she's gonna grab her pack and go very like sneakily. She doesn't want to talk to anyone but Elliot.
So as you move further and going with the flow of what the dream wants you to do, your memories begin to get a little bit muddied. And you remember that Elliot's been away at war for the past 3 months and doesn't want to do it anymore.
So, I think that Lyra is like getting a little bit confused, probably. Like she's like, I thought he didn't want to go to begin with, but huh? And then yeah,
As
no, go
sorry,
ahead.
continue.
No, she's just going. She's going. She's
So
trying to get to Elliot.
as you arrive at the bottom of the hill, you see like the figure of Elliot standing beneath the tree that he told you that he would meet you at.
And she goes, "Oh my God, Elliot, so good to see you. Something weird is going on. This is not right. I don't know if you have memory, but this is not right. This already happened. I think that there's some kind of magic messing with my head. Um, something's wrong. And look, even if you don't remember, you just have to trust me on this."
And then Elliot steps out from under the tree.
So you still want to leave then?
I mean, yeah, it just depends on. I mean, if I was actually sent back in time, then yeah, we should really get out of here. Um, if it's something else, though, um, I don't. If it's, I think even if it's something else, we want to play it safe just in case we were actually sent back in time. Um, in which case, my parents are like still in trouble, and we need to go help them. Um, but yeah, I think getting out of here, because look, if we are in the past, this place gets dangerous. Yeah.
You know, I warned them. I told them not to let the humans in.
What?
There's no way that they would stick to the path. I
You
mean,
know I'm not a human.
well, you're definitely from the humans.
Step back a little bit.
Elliot steps fully into the moonlight, and you see the beard and the tally mark tattoos up one arm.
It's gonna be like, look, I know you're probably confused. I'm also a little confused. But we can work this out together. Like, I'm sure there's a way to get back.
Get back where?
Look, I don't know what's going on here, but um we're locksmiths, we're trying to save the world. We we definitely need to get back to do that. But with all of and we have friends. Um
Well, I suspect we have plenty of glorious compatriots. I mean, if you're speaking of some future, I can only imagine it's after we've served our king, our people, and protected them from the scoundrels to the west, and not by running away like some sort of coward. I've
you
seen the battles. They're coming for us.
what do you uh you
The
hate your family.
Minotaurs. They're coming for the elves. My family? How dare you say that? My family made me what I am today. Not my garbage human half. My noble elven half.
What? And she's gonna
My
back away a little more.
as Elliot takes as Elliot takes one more step forward. My father abandoned me at birth, which apparently is all humans are good for.
You said you didn't want to fight anymore.
There's no other options. Now, are you going to join me on the front line, or are you going to try to cut and run?
I'll join you.
Great. Graduation's in the morning. Let's go back to the dorm.
Okay. And as we're walking back, if there's like a moment where Lyra, or actually, as we're walking back, she'll say, I forgot some of my stuff in the library. I better head out. The notes,
Great. I'll come with you. You wouldn't want anyone to think you're trying to sneak away.
Of course not.
As Elliot will follow you towards the library.
Ooh. Um, Looking around, does Lyra see any like backup, or is it just Elliot?
You, as you like look up and you begin looking for escape routes, you realize that everywhere you look, down every path you can find, including the ones that you would only know about had you attended this school at one point, you see an elven soldier.
Oof. Okay. Do I know any like I guess I want to get to a so I want to get to a open area, I think. Or no, what do I want to get to? I want to go like a weird path to the library so that I can like to try to see if I can possibly get to a position where we're at least out of like a little bit out of line of sight of soldiers. Is that possible, or is just everywhere I'm looking?
Well, as you try to deviate off the main path,
Elliot's gonna just where are you heading? The library's this way.
Oh, I thought I'd just take a different route. I don't know. It's fun to walk campus.
No,
Besides,
I
if we're
think you
gonna
better
head
get your
out,
stuff from the library.
well, if we're gonna head out to the front lines, I'd like to take a little walk around campus, say goodbye.
There will be plenty of time for that after graduation and before induction.
Okay. She'll continue walking. Library. Oh no. Um, and I think she's going to cast Detect Thoughts on Elliot as they're walking.
Elliot is mostly just thinking about
I'm trying to figure out if
the
you
battle that he was. What?
Lyra, I think you hear your own thoughts.
Whoa.
Like echoed.
Damn. Fair.
Whoa. Okay. She's gonna like stop as soon as that happens and say, "This isn't real. I'm in my own head."
Hey, you can't stop. We need to get to the library.
You're not real. And she's gonna wait. I want her to like lucid dream now. Is that possible? Like I want her to try to take control of her dream.
We're gonna cut to a brief intermission, guys.
Okay.
I need to think. Anyways, guys, we'll
PG
be
was
back
not prepared.
for the possibility of lucid dreaming.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
I barely know how it works in real life.
Oh my, well,
Now I gotta think about how it works in games.
I mean, you could just have it be a real, like, impossible DC. I don't know.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
think on it. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, y'all.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we're back. Lyra, go ahead and give me an intelligence save to see if you can lose some dream. Or an intelligence check,
save
not a
or
save. Check.
Wow.
You hit the DC, so you beat it. What do you want to do?
You love to see it.
Let's go.
Okay. I want. First of all, I want to just change this Elliot into my Elliot so that I can like have a sounding board to talk to. And then I'm gonna like.
You make me so angry.
And then
PT's like, all right, OBS, let's go.
I'm sorry. It's still a dream. Anyway, and then I'm gonna like make it real comfy in here. You know, like we're gonna go to probably my room at the Cape is where I want to be, and I want my library. I want pillows, and I'm gonna sit down and try to and like have a little notebook out, and I'm gonna try to figure out what's happening, like what the spell is. So everything that I remember from school, I'm gonna try to like put my mind to figuring out how the spell works, how I can tell I'm in one of these dreams in the future. And yeah, kind of that vibe. Like she's trying to figure it out. And since she's in it, she's also like experimenting with poking at the magic.
Roll me Arcana.
Where am I?
Cool. Oh, you're in here with me. I'm talking to you. I'm like, okay, so you think that this would work?
Well, I mean, you know better than I do, obviously. But I think it probably would.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like I really understood that I was here when I was doing the detect thoughts, so that might be a good thing to like test it. But I can only do that once per day, so it might not work fantastic.
Well,
That was also a good roll.
do you think this is a spell that puts you into a dreaming state? Or do you think this is a spell that alters your state while dreaming?
Well, it's a good question. It's a good question because I am able to change it once I like realize what was happening. And I guess if it's like when you're in a if you're in a charm spell and someone like hits you, you pop out of it. Or if you like are able to resist it. So I'm kind of feeling spell, but honestly, it's very weird. Like I've never heard of this.
Yes, if I remember right, Malum, one of his most fascinating lectures, was about a potion that could make you have relentless nightmares. But he mentioned that he only got it from his home, and there was no way to replicate it here.
Oh my god, I just realized that's why I can't find the thing in the assignment. Anyway, I'm gonna note that down for later.
I would also like to point out that Elliot went to 0 lectures.
Yep,
You just
no,
in your dream, like...
The Elliot is just you, but flavored as Elliot.
I love watching Elliot. I love watching Isaac playing Elliot
Lyra.
playing Lyra.
This is some Freaky Friday ass shit.
This is some Freaky Friday. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Potions, that's good. I'm gonna write that down. she's got like a list.
Elliot's just gonna look back and say,
yeah.
Write that down?
Yeah.
For when?
I don't know.
Lyra, you scribble all the notes down, and when you look back at them, they're gibberish.
Oh, dreams. Yeah. But you know, I just feel like it's helping me like organize my thoughts. You know, just the act of writing them down.
I thought that's what I was for.
Oh, with you too. You know.
Elliot Notepad, who is greater?
Oh my god. Yeah, so yeah, she's just trying to like figure this out. Does she have thinking then so after like thinking about this talking to herself / Elliot. Does she have any insight into this?
Roll me intelligence.
Okay, cool. Intelligence. Oof.
You've got rerolls.
Can I do a
Oh my
reroll?
God, use a
Is everyone
reroll.
okay?
You do have
Use
rerolls.
it.
I'm using it.
Let me just launch Bikubot so I can change that.
Oh.
Rough.
You have 2 more.
Another one. Another
one?
Another one.
Okay, let's go.
God forbid you run out of rerolls.
Okay. Not
Oh
great,
my lord,
but
you're really bad at rolling today.
I don't understand. I have a +7. Oh wait, no, +4, not.
Do it again.
What, really? What if we need that reroll? What if you die?
I just committed 3 more rerolls. It's fine.
Oh hell yeah!
There we go. We're on
Let's
the right
go one more
number now.
time.
We love
That's
to
pretty
cheat
nice.
in
That's
D&D.
pretty
Oh,
sweet.
much better.
I don't even remember what you were trying to do.
I want to
There were
see
so
like
many
what I can
rolls.
figure out about this spell. If it's a spell, if it's potion, like what from my schooling, can I deduce anything about this?
The effects have lasted long enough that you're pretty sure, unless they have an individual person doing this to you, it's not a spell.
Okay.
But you don't know what the situation looks like around your body right now in the real world, so you can't be sure.
Okay.
But no, unless they have an individual watching over you specifically, there's no way they could hold a spell like this for this long, unless it's a potion.
Okay. And then did I get any indication of how I can tell I'm in this in the future, other than my once a day detect thoughts?
No. Not yet. You probably wrote it down somewhere.
I'm like searching the books and it's all gibberish. I'm like, God damn it. Dreaming.
As the dream goes on, the sun begins to rise and you wake up back in the real world. You are also in a very similar... You are in the almost a carbon copy of the cell that Noozin is in.
Okay.
And you realize what woke you up is that somebody by the door is ringing a bell.
Okay, so can I see any other people, or is it all like very dark?
So you are in the cell next to Noozin, but you can't see each other. And you just see the empty cell across from you, and then what appears to... the cell that appears empty that Alron's in. And then the door is on the end of the hallway. There's not another cell on your right.
Gotcha. And then this bell, is it like a big like church bell, or is it like a little...
It's like a dinner bell.
Oh, okay.
And a couple seconds after the door opens and a Warforged walks in and just sets a bowl of something in between the bars of your cell before moving down the hallway and doing the same to Noozin, Alrond, and heading down the hallway doing the same for the rest of the prisoners.
Is it putting extending a hand into my cell?
No, it is setting it down outside of your cell and then pushing it forward with its foot.
Are the bars wide enough for me to try and grab through them?
How wide would you say your arms are?
Give me a width of
the bars are like 6 inches apart.
Hold on.
Which makes could Noozin feasibly fit an arm through that is my question, because Noozin's beefy.
She's pretty swole. Depending on how close it gets, I mean, it has to push the bowl all the way in, which means it has to get up to it.
Or just in range for you to reach out and grab
it. Okay. I don't know. I mean, 6 inches is a solid... Hold on, I gotta get a ruler out.
6 inches is the size of this phone.
This is 6 inches.
Yes. Since chat can't see that, it's pretty much the same size as my phone. I don't know. I don't know that she could.
I think she could stick... I feel like she could get,
maybe a forearm?
Yeah.
I don't think she could get past the elbow, though.
No, I don't think she could get a whole arm out, but I think, maybe up to mid.
She's got like those
I don't know
Terry
what this
Crews
muscle is called.
biceps.
Yeah.
It's just your forearm muscle.
But
wiggle,
okay.
wiggle.
I thought, yeah. So I would probably try and grab for the Warforged, like it be sitting, having. How long have I been awake at this point? Like
feels like days.
Okay. Then yeah, I'd probably do like try and grab for the Warforged, like ignoring the food.
Roll me an athletics check. At disadvantage, because you actually haven't slept in days and you have a couple levels of exhaustion.
Okay. Athletics disadvantage. 11. Honestly, not that bad considering I was rolling at disadvantage, but not great.
So, Noozin reaches out to try to grab this Warforged's leg, and Lyra, the Warforged steps back and steps on the edge of your bowl and just flips everything in it onto the ground.
Oh, so sad.
Before just kicking your bowl into the cell, Noozin, and moving on down the hallway.
But so then, did I like fully Noozin, or can I still?
No, you saw Noozin's arm.
Yeah.
Or
did I recognize that as Noozin's arm?
Yes, you can.
I feel like it's pretty distinctive. I have a very odd fur pattern.
Because one of the only Minotaurs you know, like if you knew where you were, it could be any Minotaur, but you also want it to be Noozin.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. So as soon as Lyra sees the hoof or hand, that is my question.
They have hands. They got fingies.
They got hooves on their feet, hands.
If have hoof, how wield axe.
True. Okay. True. Opposable. I'm
just imagining like wedging it between the hoof on either side and then just swinging it at people.
I was imagining sort of a like opposable hoof, like it's not made out of hoof material.
Those are called fingers.
No, you have it's like
mittens,
the split
basically.
hoof.
You got Yoda hands.
Yeah, Yoda hands. You have the split hoof, and then you have the one thumb.
Okay, okay, fingers. Now I have this in my head. Okay. So, Lyra sort of sees the fingers, and she like kind of like rushes forward to the edge of her cell, and so they're next to each other, yeah. She waves her arm out of her cell so that you can maybe see her fingers and whispers, Noozin.
I just perk my ears up from being frustrated that I missed that grapple and just say, Lyra?
Yeah, okay. Okay, so there's some they're putting us under some weird dream, probably a potion, I think. So be careful with the food. I think that the dream is connected to a potion. Have you had the crazy scary dreams?
Yes.
Okay, same.
Yes.
But in it, I did a detect thoughts on who I thought was Elliot, and I got my thoughts, so I knew I was in my own head.
Interesting.
I
mean, it makes sense that you would be able to tell. I didn't have that much luck in mine.
Yeah, but, oh gosh, I'm sorry. I'm sure it was horrible.
No. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just trying to keep my wits about me, but before we get too much into it, and I kind of like stick the little bit of my arm out so you can see, and I kind of like indicate to the cell across from me with like a pointing finger and say, "All runs here."
All runs here? And she raises her voice a little bit. Like she's still trying to be quiet, but she wants her voice to carry across the cells. And says, Allrond, are you here?
Stop fucking talking.
He's a lot spicier than he used to be.
What do you...
You watch his hand come out and grab the bowl and just pull it into his cell.
Well, be careful. I mean, we're gonna have to eat, but I think that probably there's a potion in it that's making the dreams happen.
Doesn't matter. You eat, or you don't. and you die, and they bring you back, and you start the whole show again.
Where are we?
We're in the pits. The red pits.
What, you didn't read about it in a book somewhere?
You remember when we found
Noozin.
Elnis at the fighting bar, correct?
Yeah, you told me about this place.
Mm-hmm. That's where we are now. This is where that weird god indicated that Velkin might be, but I mean, it's kind of impossible to look for him. I didn't even make it outside the city before I got ambushed and put to sleep by some elven guard. I don't, out of character, PT, did he say your friend Ironhoof says hi?
Yep.
Okay. That's what I thought I remembered. I think that Ironhoof is already working with the elves and tipped them off that we were in the city.
I also didn't make it out of the city. Someone approached me and they maybe had some kind of disguised self on or something like that. They looked like Elliot. And I noticed, I tried to get away, but I couldn't.
Did you make it here with any of your stuff?
Let me check. And do I have any of my stuff?
You do not.
No, it's all.
Damn.
Oh, including my spell book, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have much on me, but they took the knife that Nam gave me.
No, yeah, I found it. It was still in the.
They must have just knocked it off. I mean, I was in a dress. I still am in a dress. It's kind of like
I'm sorry about that.
waves the fabric out of the bars.
Look, I didn't expect you to leave.
Well, I didn't expect
why did
to
you
get
leave?
Well, I mean, it's my fault that I lost Velkin, and I knew that it was important that we got the information from Xod, but it's not like I would have been able to do anything. I felt like it was more important for me to go and try and get Velkin back, but I kind of anticipated that I'd be able to seek out the red pits and come in from the outside, not the inside. So that didn't go according to plan, but I didn't want to, waste your all's time with it. I was hoping I could just resolve it and come back.
Look at that. The leader's plan didn't go according to plan. Like, that's fucking new.
Was that from Allrond?
Yep.
Okay.
You know what, Allrond? I'm fucking done with your shit, okay? I'm sorry that you've been stuck in here. We tried to find you. It's not like we weren't trying, but you know what? The entire world needs us every moment of every day.
8 fucking years.
What?
It hasn't been 8
It's only
years.
been
6 months.
Oh. You'll learn how time works here. After all, none of us are leaving.
See, that's where you're wrong.
And how are you going to get out? Because you don't have it in you to kill your friends.
I don't know, the way you're acting, Allrond, I wouldn't mind.
Oh, go ahead. Put an axe through my head. They'll just bring me back. But are you going to do the same to Lyra? Or maybe Lyra gets out. And we're in the same fucking situation we were a week ago when you got here.
You've been here a week already? In this time?
Well, I mean, it's a little hard to keep track of days, but I've been trying not to sleep since the first night.
I went after you the same night. I don't know how long I've been out for.
Guess if it's any indicator, if Elrond's been here 8 years, things move pretty quick. But the difference,
Well,
Elrond, is that, well, I know for a fact Elliot's not going to stand for Lyra being missing. She just kind of chuckles to herself.
just like,
And how is he
I don't
going
know.
to find us?
He's got Lulin. Lulin knows about the red pits the same way I do. They'll be able to find their way here.
And he just leans back in his cell and starts laughing. We're all gonna fucking die in here, and it's never going to end.
Ah, well, you know, as much as I love your cheery and sunny attitude, Elrond, you can say whatever you want. I don't give a shit how you feel about it, okay?
No. I guess letting other people die for you is your game.
I just kind of roll my eyes, and I'm just like, you know, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that you weren't able to keep it together in the pits.
Leans forward again in his cell. He kind of smiles as his teeth go sharp, and he goes, I'm going to gut you like a fucking fish. Noozin Stormhorn.
Ah, see? You're wrong again. It's just Noozin now.
Even better. And you hear the doors open, and you hear the sound of metallic footsteps, and he goes, you know, after spending a week with you, Noozin, I almost feel like I'm wrong to enjoy this. And Lyra, you watch 2 giant warforged walk past your cell, and they're holding a saw. Noozin, you watch as these 2 warforged stand in front of your cell. And then the man who puts you to sleep the first time comes around the corner, and he's holding a tape measure. And he looks at you and he goes, "Oh, your horns might just be the centerpiece." And then he casts sleep, and out you go.
And you just hear Noozin crash to the ground with a very loud thud.
Lyra, you hear the door open, and you hear the sound of sawing from inside this fucking room for what seems like hours.
Horrifying. Horrifying.
And when they come out, they are holding Noozin's horns.
Ooh. I think that at some point, Lyra just kind of like curled up in sort of a ball and like put her hands over her ears. Nothing she can do about
that. As you curl up into a ball, you hear Elrond say, "Just going to hide, that's just like you. How about you pay attention when people make sacrifices for you instead of just accepting that that's the way the world works? You stupid little witch."
Not like you're doing a lot either. Like what do you expect me to do here?
You're smart. Pay attention. Names, faces, magic. What's getting used, Lyra? How are they doing this? Why are we here? How did you get here? Think.
I was taken by someone who had enough magic to disguise themselves as Elliot, but not enough information to know that Velkin is gone.
Velkin's gone? Oh, we really are fucked then.
listen, you have two choices. You can sit here, rail against me and mine, doing whatever you're doing, giving up, or we can work together and try to get out of here. If you say there's no point in fighting, you're just gonna die over and over again. Whatever, then. Doesn't matter at all.
What was your dream about, Lyra?
Elliot betraying it up.
Hmm. And how real did that feel?
Not real enough. I sort of had my memories still, and then when I tried to cast detect thoughts, it didn't work. It was my own thoughts. But it did feel real. It was just I
Give
just
it
knew
time.
Elliot wouldn't do that to me and didn't do that to me.
They'll get worse. And as you watch, one of the Warforged walks away from Noozin's cell, carrying a bowl full of glowing orbs.
Okay, Lyra's gonna see that, and she's going to tear some. Or wait, let me read the spell real quick. Uh, okay, yeah, she's going to tear some fabric off of her clothes and start encoding as many memories as she can into these. Like the dreams are fake. And like Noozin is here, Noozin is your friend. We're in the red pits. You know, like just all this stuff. And she's going to hide some of those in her cell. So like under if there's any is there well I guess what is it completely blank?
The cell is completely empty.
Okay. Then these are going in her clothes. Uh,
Alrighty. Noozin, as you fall asleep and drift back into dream world.
So comfy and cozy.
I need to switch you back to evil mode, Elliot.
Give us back the goatee.
Give us back the goatee.
After we get out of this, me and Lyra just both go, you know, you should grow a goatee, Elliot.
I feel like it's more like if you ever grow facial hair, I will fucking kill you.
No, it's if you ever get a tattoo of a tally mark, I'll fucking kill you.
Right?
True. The ultimate trigger. Elliot's like, should I get a mustache? And just in unison.
No.
Noozin, you wake up as Arendelle, Elliot, finishes cutting off your horns.
That'll do.
You are chained down, like shackled to a table.
Can't have you hurting the other prisoners now.
Am I shackled like tightly? Can I move
Yeah, no, like the
bit?
shackles that they have you on are bolted into the table.
I kind of just thrash my head a little bit and just say, why don't you just kill me?
Oh, now where's the fun in that? We still need to figure out where all the people from your city went.
You have nothing left to leverage over me at this point.
Oh, pain is an excellent motivator.
Look, not all of us can be as soft and supple as elves.
Oh, it's ever so much funner to cut through your hide than it would be mine.
You can try. Somehow I don't think that you've got the strength.
Well, anyways, I never did say whose pain. As Arundel goes to the door, opens it, and guides in what is clearly a minotaur, but they have a bag over their head, and their torso is sort of mangled. They're missing a couple fingers, and Elliot pulls off the hood, and it's Lulin. Isn't it true that a commander would do anything for the people under her command?
She just kind of shakes her head a little bit.
Oh my god,
She's like,
I totally forgot. Roll me a wisdom save.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
That's true. That's true. I need to know.
Very important before we get to this next part.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have no idea this is a dream.
But I have my memories from the previous dream. Yes.
Yes.
Like,
As far as you are concerned, this feels like a memory.
Okay. Okay. I saw you kill him. This is just elven magic.
Oh, I assure you, this is Lulin. We resurrected him. It really doesn't take much when you're a whole country of mages. And Arendel's gonna ungag Lulin. Anything you want to say to your commander?
It is very clear to you as he ungags Lulin that Lulin is under the effects of hold person and literally cannot move.
Oh, this is very unfortunate. I guess if I can't convince you, maybe his pain will show you. As he pulls out a dagger and just starts inserting it into Lulin's arm. As he intently watches Noozin for a response.
She doesn't even bother to give you the satisfaction of eye contact. She is just locked eyes with Lulin. And while they can't communicate telepathically, she spent enough time looking in Lulin's eyes when they fought to be able to
tell what he's feeling.
Yeah, understand his intentions, and so
you see an emotion.
Her jaw is locked.
You see an emotion in Lulin's eyes that you have never seen in them before.
Mm-hmm.
Fear.
I stay fully stone-faced because I don't want to give anything away. I don't want him to think that he's getting to me. I know that if my mom were in this situation, which she probably is somewhere, that she would do the same thing, and that she would expect me to be stronger than her.
Well then, maybe you don't believe that we can resurrect the dead. As he moves the knife directly over Lulin's heart. What do you think? Should I prove it to you?
I keep my eyes locked on Lulin's. Like you'd probably notice if you were looking very carefully that there's a slight pickup in her breathing, but it is the jaw is locked. She is doing everything in her power to suppress any emotion that she could display.
There are tears running down Lulin's face.
Mm-hmm.
As Arundel slowly starts inserting the knife until it's fully in and Lulin sort of slumps down.
I just kind of roll my head back and look at the ceiling.
Well, now this is the fun part. Don't look away now. As he pulls a gem out of his bag, and it starts to glow and then hover and then explode and sort of flow into Lulin as he takes another breath. Now, do we go again, or do we get some information?
It's not really Lulin. If I learned anything from the Furbolgs, it's that resurrection doesn't work if the person doesn't want to come back. That's not really him.
Oh, the elves can rip any soul back. We have more power than you could ever believe. In fact, I'll show you. As Elliot starts twirling his hand around the side of Lulin's head and starts pulling as light starts coming out until there's a little orb in his hand. And he walks over and he just puts it in your hand that's still shackled and forces you to crush it. And you see it through Lulin's eyes, Arendel's face as he's charging, and then you feel the burning. And then boom, you're
and as you feel Lulin's soul slip away, like you feel yourself die in this memory, it feels like cold fingers wrap around you and you hear a voice say, "No, no, no." And then he is pulled back into a body that is sitting on a table, with Arendelle just standing over him holding a dagger, smiling.
Can I roll Constitution to try not to react?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Because, would it be a save?
Save.
Or a... Okay.
Save.
Ah, okay, that was a 22.
Oh,
the one
pretty
thing
good.
I'm good at.
You don't react.
Yeah, but like the only thing you'd probably see is like I mean her body would be tense because she's focusing so hard on not giving anything away, but the all she can think about is the like immense pressure that has been on her all her life to live up to the name that she was given, which is Stormhorn, and like her entire body tenses and she's just staring at the ceiling, living this memory, suffering, and like the only thing you get is like a single tear. But other than that, there is nothing, no indication that she has felt anything or lived anything different, just tense muscles and one tear.
I would have thought that would have done more. You're stronger than I thought. Perhaps a couple more cycles will help. As Arendelle pulls his dagger out and says, this could be an interesting way to go. As he just starts an incision on one side of the throat and slowly goes to the other.
On Lulin?
Yeah.
Got it.
I've always found slower to be more effective. As Lulin slowly starts bleeding out in front of you. And then once it's done, it begins again. He resurrects him and comes up with a whole nother cruel way to take his life. Time and time again.
I think as you start the new cycle, because she is so resolute in the feeling that like the trying to believe that it's not Lulin that she's letting that happen to, that it's like something else, that instead of eye contact with Lulin, it's she would be holding eye contact with you, and the what you see there is resolute, willful pride and a deep, searing rage. but it's not visible in any of her body language or anything like that. But her eyes are a promise that like the same promise you made to you on the battlefield, which is that you will regret this. And so every time you do it, it's just like she's just not even looking at Lulin anymore. It's just like, go ahead, keep doing it. Every death is a new tally mark in her mind for your suffering.
Oh yeah. Oh, and just to add to it, that the same tally mark glows every single time that Lulin passes.
So that goes on for some time.
Yeah.
Lyra, back in the real world, all of these people have left the cells, leaving just you and Allrond and the Kobold being the only 3 awake in the cells.
Okay. So yeah, Lyra is sitting there doing her encode thoughts and trying to hide these wherever she can. She's also kind of looking for like cracks in the stone because she doesn't want all of them on her. Like she wants some of them in the cell. Is there any like cracks in the stone that she could stuff a little cloth into?
So there are cracks, but none that you could stuff anything into without first widening them.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. And so she can't see Noozin at all, right? Like there's like an actual wall between us?
Yes.
Okay. What else? So question, does she have access to, or what does she have access to without her spellbook?
Cantrips?
Okay.
I think.
And her detect thoughts, that's her too.
Well, remember, in your dreams, you have spell components.
Right. Okay. Interesting. So, I'm actually going to... Can prestidigitation create a... So it says harmless sensory effects. So tell me if I can do this. This is what I want to do. I want to like reach my hand out and try to create a tap on Noozin. So like additional difficulty because I can't see where she is, but just kind of like tap sensory effects because I want to try to wake her up.
Okay, so first thing, look at what you can do without your book. So you only need your book to prepare spells, not to cast them, as long as you have the visual, somatic, and material components.
Okay,
but
so right now...
Here's what you can't do. You can't cast spells as rituals.
Okay.
You can't use your arcane recovery feature. You can't learn new spells. Yeah. That seems like it's about it. So if you have the materials, you can cast any spell you already had prepared and have the spell slots for.
Okay, cool. Okay,
which I know will change things.
Yes, that does change things. I think I still want to do the prestidigitation tapping to see if I can wake up Noozin.
Okay. Noozin, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution.
Because the brain does funny things when you're in a dream.
20.
You are still asleep.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And seeing what all the material components for these spells are.
Why are they making fun of your name, Isaac?
I know, I saw that. Fuck off.
Oh my god,
it's Elvish.
Fun of your name?
Oh, I missed. I haven't been keeping up with the meme catalog.
There's
what
so
have I
many.
missed?
I'm just gonna go through them at the end of stream.
Oh, I've missed so many.
the burning building of bits, crits, and halfwits. Very accurate.
Anyways.
Okay. So levitate costs a small leather loop. That seems possible. I'm going to talk to Allround again. I'm gonna say, hey, do you have any pieces of leather on?
Why would I give you anything?
Because you've given up, and I haven't. And I will take you out of here if I get the chance.
Look me in the eye and tell me I've given up.
But she's gonna look forward, yeah. And she says, well, I can do magic with that, and I will help you. Not helping me does seem like giving up in this circumstance.
Are you gonna try to use your Kalishtar mind bullshit?
Ooh, not yet. Well, actually, no, yes, actually, yes. Yes, I am saying this into his head, because then they can't hear us.
Yep. As soon as you are in his head, he says, pull the soul off your boot. If I pass anything in between the cells, they're going to know we're up to something.
Okay, she does. And she says, thank you.
Fantastic. There should also be nails in the floor of your boot. Pull them out. You can use them as weapons.
She's gonna work on that. Thank you for calling. I had forgotten she could do that.
Well, it's because you only ever use it on Elliot, so
true,
it's just
true.
it's just a you and Elliot thing. You're like, oh man, I don't know what it's like to talk to other people in their brains.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, yeah, because, like, I mean, for a long time, the explanation was that she just thought that was something Elliot was doing.
Yeah, Elliot's magical. He could totally do this.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And she's also gonna say, so they can hear us then.
He's just going to nod from his cell.
Okay.
See, this is great, because the way I position the cells, you can talk to him, but he can't talk to Noozin, which means you can't talk to Noozin.
Yeah, that's rough.
Nobody can talk to Noozin.
She's going to explain about what she's doing with her encode thoughts spell. Just so she's like, so if I come in without any memories, just tell me to look, like, on my person.
That's fine. I can't wait to get out of here and see my dad.
Oh no. She's gonna stop doing what she was doing, working out on.
I hope he recognizes me.
He's dead. I'm sorry, he was dead. He died.
Holy fuck!
Bro, I'm so sorry. Your dad hella dead.
Yeah.
That's what that hit me like. Is like no lead up, just like you might want to sit down. There's something I need to tell you. Just yeah, he's dead.
That man's dead.
Look.
Lyra's like, no time to pull the band-aid. Yeah, she's like, we gotta rip the band-aid off.
He is dead, and like, and she's also gonna, like, tell him the circumstance of his death. Like, we were going to, go to fight Cardin, and when I got there, he was there. He was grievously injured, and did he say something? No, he said something to Lulin, didn't he? Not to me. Yeah, so I'm just gonna, like, try to, like, fully explain exactly what happened.
So as my father lay dying, you chased after a grudge?
Not a grudge. He was going to, well, did succeed. Toppling our world tree. And we stayed with him until the end.
So I have two new things to hate you for in my dreams tonight. One because you wasted time, and one because you let my father die. And he's...
Hate me as much as you want after we get out of here.
Sure.
Deal.
And I don't hate you. But I'm trying so hard not to.
He kind of just gives a nod.
Anyways, I think your friend's waking up. As Noozin, you're still in the dream. You're not waking up. Alrond does not know how Minotaurs sleep.
Yeah. We're very active sleepers. It's why Lulin and I never share a bed.
Because one of you will get punted.
Yeah. Well, and if you're not careful, your horns get locked, and then that's an ordeal to deal with in the morning.
Bad.
You wasted the entire morning. Just like,
yeah.
So many
No, you're left.
so many
No, that's
newlyweds
right.
in Oldfast
Left.
walking out of the room with their horns locked.
Yep. It's a whole service.
Aurora, get down.
We have furbolgs that specialize in getting them unattached because no Minotaur can figure it out.
They're like deer.
Yeah, exactly.
But
someone external has to intervene.
But Arendelle is asking you questions.
you have to tell me. Where did you go after the battle?
Here.
Where is here, damn it?
Here. I look at the room.
Oh, God, I'll ask Lyra. And then, you notice that Arendelle's head sort of shakes for a second, and then he makes eye contact with you again. Anyways, what were we talking about? Ah, yes. Where are the hidden armies we've heard so much about?
Well, they wouldn't be very well hidden if I told you, would they?
Yes, but it's not really about that anymore, is it? It's about saving your good friend, Lulin, from so much extra pain. Just letting his spirit go.
I told you
What is
that's
it, a
not
great
Lulin.
pasture in the
Isaac,
in
did
the
you
sky?
know you named your character after the kingdom from Frozen?
I didn't, but I am so down for that. Again, the elven name was randomly generated.
That's true. It was. I forgot about that part. Also, I really just wanted to say, I know I'm taking us back off track, but as soon as you said where are the hidden armies, I thought to myself, you have to find the one Minotaur wearing a jacket, because their armies are hidden in their sleeveys.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And none of the Minotaurs wear jackets.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Minotaurs don't wear jackets.
That's
silly.
that's why they're hidden.
Sun's out, guns out. That is the Minotaur way.
That's also Aurora's way. Sun's out, violence.
It's time for violence.
Anyways,
I told you, whatever that thing is, it's not Lulin.
What do you think it is? Do you need more proof? Evidence?
It's some unholy undead creature that you've cobbled together to try and force me to tell you things that I'm just not going to tell you. And I've been trying to tell you that it's because you elves are weak of spirit, but, there's only so many lessons that I can try and teach one idiot.
Well, if you're gonna be so stubborn, I guess you can be the one used. We can transfer you, and you can be the one to die over and over again until your mother spills your country's secrets.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh. Oh, you think I'm stubborn? You clearly haven't spoken with my mother.
Well, we can see which one breaks first. It shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, I'd love to see you try. Go ahead. You can't take anything else from me. It would be an honor to die for Oldfast.
Oh, assuming that you can stay dead? Actually, that's a good point. Maybe that's the best way to convince you. As Arendelle looks over and his hand sort of twists as 5 bolts of light shoot out and just concuss in on your chest. And as you feel your spirit sort of leaving your body, once again you hear that come back as you get pulled with the cold grip directly back into your body.
I feel like I'd probably come back like coughing and sputtering, and I'd just be like, oh god, I hate hearing your voice. Just, such a buzzkill.
Well, the rest of that interrogation continues. Lyra, you hear the door open next to the hallway, and a human man comes in, walks in front of your door, and just turns to face you.
I don't recognize this person, do I?
You do not.
Okay.
It's time to go to sleep.
Is it?
And he holds up a hand, and he's going to cast sleep on you.
Hey.
At 8th level.
Okay. Thank you. I was like, I do love me a counter spell, but no. No, I think she would just let it go because
more time to plan in the dream world.
Yeah, more time to plan, and she thinks she can probably handle it.
Violent doggo.
He chooses
violence.
violence.
Hey, thanks for the sub, Jess.
She is choosing violence.
He always chooses violence. Oh my god!
Jessa with the sub.
Hell yeah.
She did a full-on jump. Anyways, parkour. Kickflip.
Doing a kickflip.
Anyways, Lyra, as you fall asleep, you find yourself standing in a cap and gown next to Arendelle in all of his military finery.
Okay,
right after
the state of my
graduation.
memories?
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
At advantage because you have already realized it's a dream once.
Okay, cool. Wisdom saving throw. Throw at advantage.
Yep, you are still aware that this is a dream.
Okay, nice.
Not like super aware, like you're not at the nothing's gone wrong enough to the point where you can pop lucid yet.
Hmm.
But you know something's wrong about this whole situation.
Okay. Do I know it's fake or just that it's wrong somehow?
Just that it's wrong, and you know this isn't how things happened.
Okay. Cool. So. Okay, yeah. So then what do I see?
You're standing after the graduation with Elliot in all of his military finery. You're wearing a cap and gown. It's like a standard, like, there's no crowd, but you obviously have just graduated.
Okay. Shame my parents weren't here, huh?
Yes, I'm sure they couldn't make it, for whatever reasons.
Right. I'm sure they're fine doing down in Stipvale.
I mean, nothing goes wrong in Stipvale.
Well, so I guess also I want to do like a quick casing of the area, like is there military force around, I guess.
Yeah, there's military forces around. Like there was Sorry. I'm now having to think about two things at once.
No worries.
I just noticed that evil Elliot's pictures are inverted, so when he's not talking, his mouth is open, and when he is, it's not.
It's all evil. Evilly holding your
mouth.
Well,
yeah,
open.
He's backwards.
Yeah.
Oh.
Classic.
It's
from
so this was very different than what you expected your graduation to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a military parade. It was a very authoritarian graduation.
Oh, and I remember it.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay. Was I valedictorian?
Sure.
Hell yeah. Like, there's just a little, like, Lyra knows something's off and this is bad, but she's just, like, a little satisfied. She's like, I knew I would pass that last test. Anyway.
I think we killed Noozin.
Sorry.
What do you mean? I'm already dying.
Yeah.
True.
Thematic.
Again.
Anyway, so he goes, well, I guess what's the plan now?
Well, you said the other day you wanted some time to walk campus. We have about half an hour before induction.
So soon?
Yes, of course. Can waste no time.
Huh. All right. Jesus, it's just all so quick. I thought we'd have at least time to celebrate.
Well, there will be time for celebration when our foes are vanquished.
Right. Yeah, let's walk campus, and again she is trying to like get to a secluded spot or away from, or like kind of out on campus, like further away from all this military might, or yeah. So that's kind of the vibe.
Alrighty. So you lead Arendelle away from all the big finery and what's not. Now, you guys are in one of the more central parks on the campus, but it's empty because everybody else is at the graduation. Or already doing their own inductions.
So if we are kind of out here in the middle, like away from everyone else, that Lyra is going to she's gonna say, yeah, you know, I never really took you for the military type.
Well, as a child with the military parades and the just so much honor and glory to be earned.
Hmm.
Where else would I go?
I don't know. There's plenty of ways to be honorable.
How so?
Hmm. Doing well by the people around.
Will you not do well by the people around you by protecting their home?
I mean,
Securing
that's
their
one way.
livelihood?
Certainly one way to do well. Healing's another way. Protecting, but not necessarily by military force. You know, I was never much of a fighter. It's not.
Yes, I recall. But with your scores, you can end up wherever you want in the elven military.
Suppose so.
What were you thinking? I could always put a word in with my uncle or my brother.
You know, I was thinking, I think I'd be a good spy. I'm a human. They don't expect it. And
Ah, yes. We have been thinking about going after Stipvile for a while now.
mhm.
And with your parents' inroads, you could do a lot of damage.
True.
Of course, you'd have to have some other reason to be down there.
I mean, I got a letter not too long ago
Oh, what
saying
did
to
it
come
say?
back. Just to come back. Not many details. I think they wanted to see me. I assumed to tell me they wouldn't be at graduation, but you know, I'd like to go visit my family anyway.
Well, I can talk to the generals and see if we can't figure something out. Perhaps a 4-month spy mission, and that's of course capped with a glorious invasion. Possibly the destruction of that pesky tree.
Well, I mean, destroy it or use it. It's
No, the
lots of
elven magic
infrastructure.
isn't dependent on that. Our magic is more atmospheric, more universal. Whereas you humans draw off the tree. Ours is strongest everywhere. And besides, we might as well get the list down. We've already taken care of one of the trees.
Have you now?
Oh, of course you haven't heard the glorious news of Ulfast?
Been
Its
a little tied
capture
up.
and... Of course. Well, it's all taken care of.
Interesting.
Holy fuck, that was dark. Anyways,
should we get to induction?
Sure. I think it's about time.
Elliot starts leading the way.
Lyra's like, okay, in this reality, I'm gonna be double spy. Okay. So what do we see when we get there?
so he leads you inside of what you know to be the military building on your campus.
Mm-hmm.
And he leads you inside, and he leads you through the hallways and past offices until you reach what appears to be kind of an open chamber. And there are ranking officers of the elven military standing in a circle around this chamber.
Okay, so how does this work then?
Simple. Prove your loyalty to the elves.
How?
By taking a life. Bring out the thief. As Arendelle sort of turns around.
You watch as two elven soldiers in plate mail drag a kicking and screaming Nom from through one of the doors on the other side of the chamber. And they drag him to the center and push him down to his feet, and one of them says kneel, and when Nom looks up at him and spits, he just takes the butt of his spear and drives it into Nom's knee, and you hear it crack as Nom goes down.
Lyra's gonna say softly, Nom. And at this point...
If Elliot hears it, he's gonna go, what?
Roll me a perception check.
Good shout.
What do you think? How quietly did you say it? Would he have heard it standing right next to you in a quiet room? I guess it's not quiet. Nom's screaming.
Yeah. Wait, what was the...
With a screaming,
was 15,
I rolled a 15.
15?
It was a 15.
I
would assume that he's
stealth?
watching you.
Yeah, can I roll a stealth?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Because I don't know.
Okay, he heard you.
Sorry, what?
Just... what could a random kobold do with anything?
Well, he was stealing from the barracks, and thus is an enemy of the state.
Did you do a similar initiation?
Of course.
So you just want me to kill this guy?
Yes. You can pick the technique, of course. I won't try to tell you best way to get it done.
Okay, I want to know the layout of this room.
So the wall you are standing against, so the wall behind you is a flat wall. The rest of the room is in front of you in a semicircle.
Mm-hmm.
There are 7 people in this room spread out along that semicircle. And then there's kind of a mini raised platform in the middle. That's where Nom is. The guards are on either side of him, still holding him down. There's a door on the far side of the room and a door behind you. The room is probably the diameter of that half circle, so that flat wall is probably about 20 feet long. And then the half circle goes out from there.
Okay.
You're a math person. I hope that picture makes sense.
I think so. I might have missed something, but I think so. Just like in the center, Nom, 2 guards, half circle around behind them. There's a door across from me and behind me, and Elliot's next to me.
Yes.
Okay.
That does sound similar to what I described.
Okay, I hope. Well, okay, that's what I'm going off of. So I'm gonna say, well, might want to stand back. Might as well make this flashy. Cracks her knuckles a little bit.
You be careful not to damage the building. No, you don't want to. You want to perform, but a dagger really is the easiest way to go. As Elliot sort of hands over a dagger with still sort of blood dripping, like dried blood around the hilt. It's of course up to you.
Definitely not my style. So are the guards backing away?
No.
No. Okay, she's gonna look at them again and say, I mean, I'm going to do some magic. It's area I can't really control who gets in it or not. When she
They both look at Arendelle, and one of them says, "You're a necromancer. If she kills us, can you bring us back?"
Yes, of course.
Then we'll hold the kobold.
All right. And Lyra, at that point, is going to cast Wall of Fire, and she is going to shape it also in a semicircle. In front of the guard, like the semicircle of guards.
So there's only 2 guards in this room right now.
Oh, I thought
the
there
rest
was a
of the people are ranking military officers.
They're witnessing your induction.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, then I want to take a couple steps closer, and take a couple steps closer so can I shape this wall of fire such that Elliot is on the other side of it from the door that's closest to me?
Isn't Elliot standing? So you'd have to cut it between you and Elliot, and then loop it back.
which is why I'm stepping forward and towards Nom. Is that
I think
possible?
Elliot would probably be on the door side. Because we just came in.
If you stepped forward, it would take you farther away from the door.
Okay.
It'd take you closer to the door on the far side, but farther away from the one you came in.
Look, he's a reedy little necromancer. Just give him a shove.
Into the wall of fire.
Yeah, directly into the wall of fire.
I'm just thinking about it. Okay, then I'm going to do my wall of fire in a horseshoe shape around so I'm stepping forward and getting really close to them, and I'm going to do it in a horseshoe shape.
Okay.
That separates separates me and
so you want the
Elliot
open end of the horseshoe to be on the door across the hall.
Yes, exactly. And I'm just going to try to basically go through the officers as well. So the lines go through the semicircle of officers, so that hopefully I'm only dealing with a couple of them, and probably the guards.
Okay.
And she's gonna say, "Nom, we gotta go. Just trust me."
So you grab Nom, and he just kind of looks at you panicked as you race through the doors on the other side. And when you enter the room, the very first thing you see is 2 people on their knees with knives at their throats. And it's your mother and father.
Okay.
As Arendelle walks through the door behind you.
Why did you have to run?
Look, I don't know what's happened here, but you're doing evil things. And I would never be a part of that. And
Really?
she's
I just
going
walked past 2 charred corpses that say the opposite. Wait, did the wall of fire go through the people or just in front of them?
through.
Yeah, she torched the
yeah.
people.
Yep. Good thing you're a necromancer.
Yeah, I don't know that I would waste my powers on them.
Your loss.
The two Warforged
really
are
wish-
looking at Arendelle like they're waiting for orders.
Do what you have to do. I'll take the deserter to prison.
Do I have time to cast a spell in that moment?
What spell?
I want to levitate the Warforged that is holding my mother.
I think you have to touch something to make it levitate, but let me check. Oh no, wait, you posted it in the thing earlier, didn't you? No, that was Tech Thoughts. Yeah, if you just want to post it there for me, I'll read it real quick.
Read.
Nope, it's just that you can see. It says it right
Yep.
at the top.
Yep.
That weight limit's gonna fuck you though.
Shoot.
500 pounds.
Warforged be big and heavy. They're all metal. I'll roll it anyways. We'll see how far one guy can float. Which one are you going for?
The one that's on my mother. She has magic. Hopefully she can maybe use.
Okay. You cast it on the one holding your mother, and as it begins to rise, you watch the hand that it has on the back of your mother's neck clamp. And you hear a sickening crack as your mother falls to the ground.
Oh. And she's going... Did they also kill my father
They
too?
haven't touched your father yet.
Okay.
And Arendelle is still standing behind you.
Do you want to come peacefully? Or does this need to get messy?
Lyra is going to turn... Well, before she turns, she's going to cast... cast... Okay, never mind. You can't cast shield on other people. Okay. Going to... Wait. How does my arcane ward work?
I'm imagining this as
Itself,
Lyra
yeah.
standing here trying to think through what the
Damn,
plan
okay,
is.
yeah. Okay, so she's going to just turn and kind of just like kick Nom a little bit. Just trying to communicate like get out of here, but she is going to turn and surrender.
When you kick Nom, are you looking down at Nom?
No, I think I'd be trying to like get all attention off of Nom. So I'm both like trying to like block him a little bit so maybe he can escape.
Okay.
And like really trying to draw attention to me.
Okay.
Yes. Are you ready to go then?
I guess so. And she'll
Great.
start walking. I am gonna land.
You probably ought to stop dragging that corpse around. As Arendelle turns to go towards the door.
What are you talking about? And she'll see if Nom is left.
Sorry, it's the divination.
When you look down at Nom, you are dragging Nom's body around by its hand. And there's already a gaping hole in Nom's chest.
Horrifying. She's gonna drop the hand and say like, what? Um,
Noozin and Lyra, you both snap awake to the sound of trumpets being played above you.
Lyra like wakes up and is heavily breathing.
Yeah, Noozin would probably wake up violently, as I assume she's waking up from dying.
Yep. As the trumpets continue to blow, you guys watch as Alron stands up and just begins to stretch. If you have any plans, it's fight time.
Lyra kind of whispers over to Noozin. Hey, do you have your dress, does it have any little beads on it?
Noozin gets up and kind of walks up to the bars and says, "Do I know you?"
Whoa!
We'll see you next week, everyone!
Oh my god!
You can't just end it there!
I absolutely can end it there. That is a great fucking cliffhanger.
Oh my god.
We can keep going if everybody's down to. I just didn't know how much time we had, so I was gonna end it.
I'm fine.
On the 3-hour mark.
I am actually free forever, so.
That leaves only one.
I think I can be free a little longer, not too much.
You're talking like half hour?
Yeah, half hour.
Fantastic. Continue.
Yeah.
Continue.
Do I know you?
Oh. We are in the Red Pits. My name is Lyra. We are friends. The dreams are fake. I don't know how to.
I haven't been dreaming.
Every time we go to sleep, you dream up your worst nightmare. I know that your name is Noozin. I don't know. You had to leave home, and we met near. Listen, I don't totally know what to say to convince you, but
Alrond walks
I
up
need you
to
to
the
trust me.
bars, and he looks at you and he goes, "Don't worry about her, Noozin. She's just some plant they put in here to see if we were talking."
She makes eye contact with Alron and says, "What are you doing?"
Getting us out.
And she's gonna sort of lean back a little bit and kind of trust that this is something that will work.
I mean, that makes sense, I guess. They've been trying to hear what we've been saying.
They probably told her all your weaknesses, so she's probably going to come straight after you in the pit.
I mean, she can certainly try.
Well, it would be you or her.
You just hear, like, the sound of hoof steps as Noozin, like, paces in the cell.
So now I need to know if it has been, it's been more than 12 hours since I was in here, right?
Yes.
Okay, then my
Each
armor
time
class
you
goes
fall
down.
asleep, like 5 days pass.
Okay. Because then I have to change my armor class, because normally I just have the standing order that mage armor happens, but now I don't have the.
You don't have to worry about it. They're going to give you
Wait,
shit
yes, I
back
do.
to fight with.
Oh, but never mind. I do have leather for my shoe.
Yep.
So that works out.
As you're standing here, the trumpets are getting louder and louder. You watch as the dirt from the ground begins to rise up in front of the bars. And Alron just looks at you both and he goes, "See you on the field." As this dirt completely encompasses this bar. The bars, and you can no longer see out the front of your cells. You both get both of you give me a dex save, because you get the sensation of movement, and I want to see if you fall over.
Deck.
11. No advantage there. Damn, go off!
Whoa, pop off, Lyra.
Lyra is only good at the things Lyra is bad at.
So neither
This
of
is
you,
so
the DC
true.
was a 10, so neither of you fall.
Woo! We didn't fall over. Let's go.
Good job. Small victories.
And
we need them.
As the movement is done, the walls drop, and you and Lyra are standing in the same room. All of the equipment you would feasibly need to fight is in front of you. So no magical weapons. Lyra, you do get a full spellbook and component pouch.
Okay.
Noozin, you get an axe, it's just not magical.
Yeah.
And all of the gear you need is laid out in front of you. But you are in the same room. You can actually see each other.
I mean, Noozin grabs the axe immediately.
Lyra's gonna pick up the spell components and the book. And actually, the first thing she's gonna try to do is subtly steal some of these components and put them in like her pocket, but not where she's put the like her memory things. Like she's specifically putting them somewhere else so that if someone sees her, like they're not in the same place.
Roll sleight of hand.
Okay. Sleight of hand. Oof. Not so good.
So Noozin, you would, with passive perception, you would see Lyra trying to sneak shit into her pockets.
And also like not really paying attention to you. Like,
Yeah.
like she's totally focused on her own thing. And she's going
probably give you a look over. One, you would be able to notice that in fact the collar of Noozin's dress does have gems in it. But she'd probably give you a once over and just say, "I'm surprised that the pits would sacrifice a reconnaissance person in this way. You really must have gotten the short end of the stick." And she kind of holds her the great axe up in sort of an inspecting like the balance kind of way, and spins it in her hand and says, "Well, it's not as heavy as Minotaur wear, but it'll work." And she just kind of levels it in your direction.
Question. Since first question, has it been a day since I used Detect Thoughts in the first stream?
Yes.
And okay, good. Second question, can I use a combination of Detect Thoughts and my Clash Tar mind stuff to send Noozin a message?
I'm gonna go with no.
Okay. In that case, I will just make eye contact and say, "Ooh, actually, this food." Yeah, I'm gonna make eye contact and say in her head, Alrond is also my ally, but they can hear us in there. And also say like I wasn't lying, but outwardly is going to say, "Well, I guess they needed someone unassuming." And she is going to, and so is there like, I guess, so they're obviously we're expected to fight. Is there any like, I don't know, like, is there a crowd that we're hearing? Like, what's the situation?
So you guys are just in a larger dirt room now.
Okay, just
so
a larger
you can't really
room,
hear
no
any
else.
noises coming through. Like,
Can
it
we
seems
see
like this
anything?
room is insulated specifically to freak you out about not knowing what's going on.
Okay. If there's no, like, incentive for Lyra to, like, attack right now, I think she's just gonna, like, sit down and look at her spell book, read her notes to see if she can, like, try to figure anything more out about the dream spell and, like, better ways to figure out she's in. So Noozin, you just see her straight up, like, sit down in the battlefield and flipping through her book.
Noozin is just visibly so confused. Like, so confused by your behavior that she actually lets her guard down a little bit regardless. Like, she's still edgy, but, like, kind of, like, flips the axe over and, like, sticks it in the ground, and is just looking at you perplexed. Like,
Mm-hmm. She goes, I
because,
figure eventually we're gonna have to fight, but I don't really see a reason to start right now, so I'm using the time, you know?
well, I mean, I don't want to fight someone who's not going to fight back.
I mean,
That's just
I don't know. It's just not a good situation either way, you know? Like, yeah, one of us dies, they bring us back. Um, I don't know. Like, I don't really want to fight you. If it would be better for you, I'll fight back. How's that?
I mean, I guess if I'm being honest, I don't know what happens if we don't fight. I kind of just expected you to attack, but you're not, so
I think that they'll probably poke us at some point, you know, do something horrible. Um, but and I'm sure it'll be awful, but it's just like if it always ends in someone's death, I don't know. Um, also they didn't tell me the rules, so I'm confused.
I mean, I guess you're not wrong. Like, Newson is just like so confused by what's happening, but she's like,
Well, wait, have you fought here before? Like, do they
"No,
have rules?
no,
All right.
I've been in that cell since I got here. Uh, I do have a lot of really confusing memories, conflicting. I
Yeah, they've got this spell. Or well, not a spell, it's a potion. I think it's in our food. Um, it
Are
really
you
messes with
talking
your
out
head.
loud or through your eyes right now?
Um, well, I've already said out loud that I know about this. So, I guess to be safe, I'll do through my eyes on that one.
Newsom would
Um,
be talking out loud because she
yeah.
doesn't
Regardless.
know how it works.
Yeah.
But she'd probably just be
And she'll
like,
say, "Be careful what you say out loud."
eh, I remember traveling with people, with Lulin and Nam and Elliot,
Mhm.
but I also remember fighting at the World Tree and watching Arendelle kill Lulin over and over again, and then killing me over and over again. But Elliot and Arendelle are the same person.
Lyra's going to say in your mind
Mhm.
that I've also had dreams where Elliot betrays, but they're dreams. The real reality is that all of us are together and we're fighting to save the world. Um, you're looking for Velkin, your axe. He is a key to, well, saving the world. Um, and but then out loud, she's saying, "I've also had run-ins with this Elliot Arendelle, one and the same bastard."
Think Newson would finally cotton on to the different word, like some words happening when not mouth open and some
Mhm.
words happening when mouth open. And so she just thinks, I don't
Is this thing on?
I remember. I mean, I don't remember getting along super well with either version of this elf, but I do remember leaving to try and retrieve Velkin, like you said, after he forced me out of my body, and made me lose a fight.
Lyra popped into your head, says, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That you did that?
It's difficult because I remember fighting with Ironhoof, but I also remember watching him die. I can't. It's so confusing. It all feels real. And she's just like, so she has followed suit with you and just sat down on the ground, and her face looks pained as she's trying to like puzzle through living 2 lifetimes and not being able to distinguish which one is her real life.
Lyra into your head is gonna say, listen, I'm gonna figure out how this potion works, and then we're gonna beat it. But we have to be clever about it. I honestly thought that by this point they would have been, I don't know, making us fight somehow, giving us some incentive, and I'm a little nervous that they aren't. But one thing about here is that we don't stay dead. They do keep bringing us back, which isn't nothing, right? It means we have opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to get out of here. Okay?
Noozin just thinks, well, I'll help how I can.
She nods and says, and then in your head she says, I could use one of those crystal beads at your neckline if we can make that happen during our fight.
Noozin just kind of like gives a little nod that like isn't like she doesn't make eye contact with you, but you can tell it's like in reference to what you're thinking, but it looks a bit more like I'm confused and I'm just nodding in general.
Yeah, and at this point Lyra has started to just babble about magic. She's like, so this spell has a blah 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 blah, and if you substitute a 4 into here, she's giving a lecture.
So
how long are we able to?
I double muted myself.
You did.
I muted both my Discord and my microphone.
That is really rough.
As you guys are sitting here, the ground that makes up one of these walls begins to shake.
That'll be it then. Lyra stands up, dusts herself off.
Yeah, Noozin does the same and picks up the axe again.
And the door comes down as a knoll is thrown through it.
Like
like another prisoner?
No.
Yeah.
Like a guard.
Oh, what's he doing?
Well, he has a knife in his chest, so he's very clearly dead.
Oh.
But something comes through the door after him.
Which is...
See if he's paying attention.
Pay attention! It's me!
Yeah.
As Elliot jumps down.
Not Aaron, like, looks like Elliot. No tally marks, no bullshit.
Okay.
Like, lands on the chest of the guard. It's me! And he sort of
goes immediately defensive because she hasn't puzzled out which one of you is the real one, so...
Yeah. Lyra looks to Noozin and says, I didn't think I was in a dream, but we might be. Be careful.
Roll me a wisdom
We
saving
have
throw.
to go.
Yeah. Roll me a wisdom. Rolling a wisdom throw.
Do I need to as well, or I'm not questioning it, so...
You're not questioning it.
Okay.
9.
Yeah, you have no idea that this isn't a dream, or that this is a dream.
Okay. Just gonna stand up then and say,
We have to go now. There's more coming after me.
she's gonna look to Noozin and say, I don't know whether we're in a dream or not.
We have to go. The armies are fighting outside. They're laying siege to this place, and they're dying by the handful. They're not going to make it long. We've already lost Nam and Lulin.
How do we know you're real?
What are you talking about? We have to go now.
We've lost Nam and Newlin? And Nam and Lulin?
Yes, they fell by the gate to save you two. If we don't go now, it'll all be for nothing.
Noozin kind of, like, narrows her eyes, and then looks at Lyra. And says, if you remember, then there must be some way to know.
Right. Oh, right. And I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts on this Elliot.
What thoughts are you having, Elliot?
Gotta save these guys. Gotta get out of here. I can't believe 2 of my friends are dead and the other 2 aren't following me right now.
Lyra kind of jolts, surprised, and she's like, "You're real."
Yeah, I'm sure trying to be.
Okay. And she'll go. She says, "Noozin, it's real. Like I did my thing."
And then Elliot's gonna start leading them through the tunnels, just darting around turns, waiting for them to catch up if they fall behind. But like turn after turn after turn.
And she goes, "What happened to Nam and Lulin? What do you mean? Are they captured? Dead?"
They were killed in the battle, trying to siege this place. The gnolls are very formidable warriors. We've lost nearly half the army trying to save you guys.
You keep calling us you guys.
And look, I even found this. As Elliot's gonna open his bag and pull out a glowing black axe and toss it to Noozin as they're running.
I catch it and look
In
at
here, as Elliot goes around one final corner, turning into a big circular rune. And you sort of lose sight of him as he goes around the corner.
What's this?
Does
Where
it...
are we?
Wait, does it feel like Velkin?
It does. Feels a lot like Velkin.
I think in my head, is this you?
How are you talking to me?
Someone just put you in my hand.
You need to run.
That's what we're doing now.
Then you were lied to. And as you guys enter this cavernous room, you realize that it is open to the air. And you see not a Gnoll King, but a man wreathed in shadows sitting atop a throne. And he just looks at you, News, and he goes, "That doesn't belong to you." And he holds out his hand, and you feel Velkin getting pulled out of your grip.
Hold on.
Roll me athletics.
Could it not be strength?
Athletics has more modifiers you can get a higher score with.
Athletics is strength based.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you say it was a save or a check?
Check. Athletics check.
Athletics. Go.
You
Oh,
are
nat
following
20!
this bitch all the way back to him.
I ride this fucker up. Like, he cannot take this man out of my hand.
So you ride the axe all the way until he catches it in his hand. Because you held on. And Lyra, you just watched Noozin.
And you know Noozin is like 400 pounds.
What might terrify
Of
you more,
sheer
though,
muscle.
Lyra, is after. When the man, still holding onto the axe, reaches up, grabs Noozin by the neck, and lifts her higher. He looks up at you, Noozin, and just says, "Who the hell do you think you are?"
I'm not letting go with my one hand. Like, I am unwilling to release Velkin. He's the reason I'm here. And I put my other hand on his hand on my neck, and I kind of look down at him, and I just say, "Someone with a stronger will than you." And I, like, kick.
You're just gonna donkey hoof him with both feet?
Oh, for sure.
Roll to hit. Just
Um,
unarmed strike. I'll give you advantage because there's very little way for you to miss this.
I know, he's holding me right there. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up my sheet. Actions. Unarmed. Attack. Advantage. Oh, one of those is a nat 19.
That will not
For
hit.
25. Will not?
Nope.
How?
Damn.
Remember, this is a 1 to 20 campaign.
Yep. I guess it would be like she
Wait,
would
a nat?
swing.
Oh no!
No. You
Sorry.
kick him. He just doesn't budge an inch.
Oh,
You get
got it.
like you hit him, and it is like you hit a wall. And he just looks up at you and tilts his head. Who do you think you are, little cow?
Am I like, is he like cutting off my air, or is he just holding me up?
He's just holding you up right now.
Okay. I'd probably just say, it doesn't really matter, but I'm not afraid of you.
No, I
And
suppose
you can't
not.
have my axe.
It was never your axe.
That's where you're wrong.
Anyways, I'm smart enough not to throw a good weapon away. And suddenly you feel that the axe is just no longer in your hand. As he throws you back down into this coliseum.
Oh my god. There's nothing I can do.
You can roll an acrobatics check to see if you land on your feet.
Yeah, I'll try and catch myself. Oh! This is a shockingly good roll, 17.
Noozin performs a perfect superhero landing.
Go shooting back, kick up a bunch of dust and stand up.
Anyways, my champion. And he holds out his arm. And you watch as Alrond walks out of the other door. And he looks at you both kind of in this bedraggled state. And he begins to roll up his sleeves. And as his wrists go higher and as his sleeves go higher and higher up his forearms, all you see are more and more tally marks. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Damn.
Wow. Wow.
Did everybody get their daily dose of trauma?
So
Oh,
much
yeah.
trauma.
Did you enjoy assisting me with the trauma?
Yeah.
Isaac's like, I'm a big fan of being evil. This is a great time.
Me and Isaac out here are like, hey, so 2 people are gone from the D&D games. You just want to take our emotionally balanced friends and break them?
Oh, jeez.
Was a good
That was a
time.
good session. It's a good session.
Lyra escaped that with nearly, like, emotional damage, but fully aware that none of it was real. Noozin, on the other hand, the exact opposite. Has no idea what is real and what is fake.
Which is gonna be really fun to play off of.
Mm-hmm.
As time goes on. Because I have a feeling there's gonna be a little part of these characters that never really leaves the pits. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. Thanks for everybody coming, hanging out, having a good time, watching this little
event
slice of chaos.
A little slice of chaos. Tune in next time to see Lulin, Noozin, and the actual Elliot try, or Lulin, Nam, and the actual Elliot try and figure out where the fuck we went.
Which, tune in next time will actually be tune in for the next session. The Monday and Tuesday game this week are canceled because people are out of town. And I still can't do the Thursday stream because of work. So unless I toss one in there randomly, which, as everybody else in the Discord knows, I'm very prone to fucking do. When I have nothing else to do, I get very bored. But we will be... The current plan is next Sunday. In the meantime, what you should do is you should go watch Drew Crew. You should go watch Sky's art streams. They're Monday before my stream anyways. Is tomorrow a Channel Point Redemption Day?
Tomorrow is I'll probably draw emotes tomorrow. That or I'm gonna draw... Oh no! I promised I would do new shirt designs tomorrow, so that's what I'm doing.
Nice. And for, if you already watch all these fine people, go check out the other games. No More Light and The Long Night, and go watch those people. But
look,
remember, because I'm still hearing problems with it, their channels are not a time to talk about these D&D games. If I keep having problems with it, I'm going to start individually addressing people, and I don't want to do that. We cool?
Yeah.
We good?
My vote is for more BCH streams this week. That is how I feel.
What's everyone? Yeah, Isaac has class.
I only have class on Wednesday.
I'm gonna be...
Then why did you leave the Tuesday game?
Because this is the last week of classes, so I only have week on Wednesday.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, all I'm going to say is if everybody's good for a Monday and a Tuesday, we could hit 3 BCH streams in 1 week.
Oh my god, I cannot do Monday.
Well, I wasn't saying we should do 3, but my Tuesdays are always open.
But we could do Tuesdays, though. I will let everybody in chat know.
Not that I was trying to actually bully everyone into doing another stream. I'm just saying. I won't say no.
Anybody have any mutuals left?
I mean, I have a few bigger ones.
Nah, I want tiny mutuals.
No one that I like personally. No.
That's fine. Just people who you follow and follow you. I'm just trying to toss it to somebody.
Okay, let's
always keep the people going. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't gone through the meme chat. I'm going to do that before I toss that away.
Memes.
Yeah.
I gotta look at these and suffer. Oh, God. There's more today than there were for the last 6 months.
All I'm saying is I believe in Minotaur supremacy is exactly what I want to hear. Jessa gets it. But I also love the Perry the Platypus, Elliot Arundel, Dr. Doofenshmirtz meme.
In an unknown place with no weapons, wearing a dress. Noozin trying to speak to shadows from the pits. Internal screaming. God damn. Who would win?
I love the sleep spell, the counter, like the me as a balloon, sleep, and then the counter spell. So good.
I love person passing me a note that just says DM gave Isaac the power to mess you up.
Wait, where's that one at?
I was at the bottom, so I'm scrolling back up.
Fake Elliot, Lyra. Noozin just being an absolute Chad. That's never ask a man her age or a woman her age, a man his salary, or the wizards their AC.
So true. Okay, we can do this person. I don't. They play Nancy Drew sometimes, but they're playing Sherlock Holmes right now. Unless you want to do a D person.
No, send them to me. We'll rate them.
I also like the missing milk for Noozin. Have you seen Noozin? If found, contact Elliot and Lyra. And someone just calls and is like, I found your cow.
All right, everybody. We are going to hop off and continue looking at all of these beautiful memes you've made for us. But until next time, stay cool, find a pool, stay techno. We'll catch you then.